My name's Owen. I'm the Dungeon Master of our Return of the Giants campaign.
Hey guys, I'm Jared. I'm playing the character of Krasus, Antares, a Astral Elf Wizard.
Hi everybody, I'm Michael. I'm playing Tetra Aeonite, Circle Stars Druid.
Hi, my name's Claire. I am playing Nauthiz, or Now, who is a Stoneforged Fighter.
Hi, I'm Ali, and I'm playing Lyra, the Eladrin Druid.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm playing Niles Silverwind, the monk Owlin.
Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome back to the Lost Archives for Return of the Giants, your favorite D&D homebrew adventure. That's right, it is. It's our favorite, it's your favorite, it's everyone's favorite D&D homebrew adventure. Kicking things off after our insane and amazing and emotional Tyranny of Dragons campaign, this homebrew adventure follows on immediately following the conclusion of that campaign, but you don't need to have watched it to understand what's going on here. The reason is I have been working on a recap video. It is almost finished. It will be up on YouTube soon. Probably by the time you're watching this, it will be up and ready, just to help get you into the mindset for this campaign. If you didn't want to watch all 105 episodes of Tyranny of Dragons, you should though. It's a really, really good campaign and we had a lot of fun with it. But if you were wanting to get into this one first, that little recap video will be up before you know it. Joining us again tonight as a lovely guest character is Dave, playing Harry, the Harengon.
Harry Harrington, the Harengon.
I almost said Harengon Rogue, and I was like, but you're not really a rogue, you're trying to pretend to be a merchant. Then I went, yeah, but you've also revealed yourself as a rogue. So I kind of like got stuck over how I was going to introduce you properly. I think we can say you're a rogue now, right?
I'm a roguish character, you know.
Roguish
don't have
character.
any other levels in any other classes, really.
Yeah,
Could be a rogue bard.
Yeah, exactly right. Now, unfortunately, not joining us tonight. Michael and Claire are unable to be a part of the stream tonight. They have some other commitments. Hopefully, we will get to see them next Wednesday. It all depends on how they're going. But they're safe, they're well. But they won't be able to join us tonight due to another commitment. Hopefully, they're back again next week. Maybe the week after. But heading forwards, obviously, they've got some exciting news. I think Claire shared her exciting news before, that they might have a little human being to take care of at some point in the near future. When that happens, obviously, both of them are going to be prioritizing taking care of the little human, as they fucking should, which means that we have 2 new cast members coming on to join us as the main cast. One of them is already sitting here right now. It's Dave! He's looking around his room, but it's Dave. Dave playing the character of Harry. Or if you wanted to change characters, you're more than welcome to. But Dave will be joining us as a main cast member heading forwards. You will be seeing his face on all of our streams coming up, and I will be updating the banner art to show off Harry on the main channel banner. We also have a spot open which will be filled by some guests. Hoping that we have a guest for next week. I've got someone who I've been talking to who's been really keen to jump on. I'm really keen to have them. Hoping that they can come join us for a little bit. If they're really enjoying it and they want to stick around, they might be our new main character, main cast member. So I'll keep you posted about that, and hopefully have some artwork for them ready before too long as well. They're the big announcements, the smaller announcements. Thank you everyone who came and joined us for our Curse of Strahd campaign on Monday and our Avatar Legends session last night. The Avatar Legends sessions last night was all in the Foggy Swamp, which is one of my favourite locations in the world of Avatar, with the swamp benders, the deep south water benders. Had a lot of fun with those characters, and the characters, the cast members getting a bit lost in the swamp almost immediately. 2 of them, see if you can guess who, heading off on their own in a small canoe into the darkness in the swamp in the middle of night, just to have a bit of an explore. Really thinking things through.
Choices, really.
Yeah, it's not hard to know who would have done that. So I'm looking forward to coming back and explaining how they find their way back to the camp at night in the swamp, where it's impossible to see where you're going. So that'll be lots of fun. The Tears of the Kingdom episodes are still dropping daily. I have been doing some more recording in the background. I've now got about 40 episodes recorded, ready to go. And I've also been doing some shrine hunting in the background and Korok seed gathering. I've done most of those off camera, The reason being that I already know some absolute bloody legends out there like Austin John Plays have done location videos for all of those things. I'm sort of playing it as a narrative kind of thing so that we can enjoy and explore the world together. I'll do shrines on stream and on record whenever I find them, but I've also been doing some grinding behind the scenes of some of the shrines because the shrines are really cool and all of them are unique and interesting, but it's not as exciting per se as like hunting down the memories or doing some of the side quests or trying to find Zelda in quotation marks who seems to be in the world, but I'm pretty sure isn't Zelda. We'll see about that. The one who does that voiceover narration, like, when the blood-soaked moon gazes upon the lands of Hyrule. I'm like, that's not Zelda. That's not how she talks. That's clearly not her. So yeah, there'll be more episodes coming every single day for Tears of the Kingdom. I am enjoying it so much. I know Ali's been really enjoying it as well. Yeah, it's just...
Oh, yeah.
It's so good. It's, yeah. I heard a rumor that since the success of the Mario movie, Nintendo are now keen to look at doing a Legend of Zelda movie. And when they were asked which ones they'd be looking at, they said Twilight Princess or Skyward Sword. Both of which I think would go pretty well as a movie. But part of me thinks Twilight Princess is the clear winner.
Yeah,
if you're going to do Twilight Princess, I reckon that should be the one.
Yeah.
You're going to have to get the casting so right for that. Oh.
Yeah.
I might get some flack here, but I've never played a Zelda game. Like, growing up, it was always PlayStation, so that's what we had. I never had a Nintendo until like later.
No, that's okay.
True.
Like, look, now's a great time to be getting into Legend of Zelda. Like, Ocarina of Time is a classic, and I always loved Majora's Mask as a kid. Scarred me for life in all the right ways. And you're getting in now though with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. That's a great time to be joining the Zelda bandwagon. They're very different, but also kind of the same. I don't know.
I was actually thinking of playing Breath of the Wild, but then Diablo 4 is coming out very soon, and I'm going to be spending a lot of time.
And Diablo 4 is looking really good. I've seen some of the early reviews coming in.
I played all the betas. So I got pre-release, so I'm playing Friday, and I'm gonna dive in it hard. I played heaps of Diablo 3, so
Diablo 3 was really fun. Speaking of Diablo 4 as well, another game that we did a little bit of a playthrough in early access when it first came out into early access that I'd be really keen to get back into at some point in the future. That is a bit D&D themed. Baldur's Gate 3. It's they're almost finished. They've done a number of. Yeah, they've done a number of big updates. There's a whole bunch of stuff coming, but they're almost ready to release the final game, I believe. I think it's coming out in only a couple of months, if I remember correctly. Look, I really enjoyed playing the early access. I've probably played through like different updates of the early access, maybe 2 or 3 times. I then stopped because I was like, when the full game comes out and I start again from the beginning, I'm going to be very like, I'm just going to do this again. I just do this again. And I'll probably miss stuff because I've already got a preconceived idea about what I need to do and where I need to go. And I've already optimized how to do certain things. So I actually haven't played it for the last couple of updates, but I'm really keen to get together a party of adventurers and do a playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3 because Baldur's Gate 2 is stunning. Divinity 2 Original Sin is also amazing. Baldur's Gate 3 incorporates a lot of the great things both those games have. I'm really excited to play it and do a proper playthrough. It's been in early access for a while, so hopefully it's a great game now. They've had plenty of time to perfect it.
Well, I've got it sitting there, so...
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. I've got it. I haven't opened it in a while, but I've still got it there on the hard drive. So yeah, definitely when that drops as a full release, I'll be looking for a party of brave heroes to come and join me for a playthrough, and we'll do a regular playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. I think that'll be great fun. And I'm looking forward to all the Mind Flayer stuff because Mind Flayers are one of my favorite D&D villains. I'm just really looking forward to more stuff with them. It's going to be great fun. And the Githyanki and the Githzerai, I reckon, kind of underused in most D&D campaigns. Like, I don't actually know of any like D&D campaigns that really delve into a lot of the space stuff with the Githyanki and Githzerai, with the Astral Sea. I'm doing a little bit of that with this campaign, and I plan on expanding that more and more as time goes on. But I think they're one of the underutilized things. So I'm looking forward to sort of delving into that lore through this campaign and then also through Baldur's Gate 3. That'll be really fun.
I don't think I've really ever seen them really talked about in like the mainstream sort of D&D campaigns that everyone really sort of plays. So yeah, I reckon that's because I reckon that's because people sometimes, maybe dungeon masters and players sometimes grind up against this sort of sci-fi thematic
clashing against the fantasy and some of the Githyanki and Githzerai stuff, or the psionics and things like that. It is a bit different to how other classes work, and if you play any of the psionic classes, it is a bit more prep work. I think you have to put into it, and there's a bit more kind of like challenge to playing those classes than some of the magic classes. Like the psionic stuff can be very versatile, but also very limiting in other ways from what I've seen. So maybe that's why it kind of doesn't come in. But yeah, none of the classic adventures, none of the published adventures, as far as I'm aware, really do much with the Githyanki and Githzerai or with the Mind Flayers. So I know earlier D&D does. I know 4th edition did a really cool published adventure, but I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Oh, or maybe it was 3.5. Might have been 3.5. There was a really cool published adventure that delved into the Githyanki, Githzerai, and the Mind Flayers and all of that stuff with the Nautiloids and things like that.
Wow.
So yeah, maybe I should try and adapt one of those older adventures and do stop committing to more campaigns. Owen, stop it. Stop it. No more commitments to campaigns. All right, let me do a quick recap so that we can get into our D&D adventure. We won't be doing as long a session tonight just because we don't have Claire and Michael with us, and while we're still figuring out what's happening with them and things like that, I don't want to sort of just power through. I'll be playing their characters tonight while they're away. Obviously, we finished last session on a little bit of a cliffhanger, so I'll play as Now and Tetra tonight, and we'll figure out what we're doing with them heading forwards. So let me read a recap and let's jump into the session. The Tempest Adventuring Guild, a name now legendary across the lands of Nostea, has formed a brand new team. Lyra, Tetra, Niles, Nauthiz and Krasus have been sent to the nearby settlement of Laspire to locate the hill giant fort recently seen flying overhead in the nearby area. Having teamed up with Harry, a travelling Harengon merchant, the group have explored only a fraction of the deserted town, finding it overrun with clockwork creatures in the process of disassembling the nearby buildings. The team were able to rescue an old librarian from the nearby tavern, but in the process were exposed to a strange giant relic which has now embedded parts of itself into the backs of their hands. Deciding to get this librarian to safety before heading deeper into the town, the group faced off against a terrifying serpent construct, but through some quick thinking by Now, were able to bypass it. Outside, the group found another survivor, Cynthia, who claimed to have been captured along with the rest of the townsfolk when they sought refuge in the nearby woods. Leading the characters to a hidden cave near an underground river, Cynthia revealed to the group that the people who had captured the townsfolk seemed to belong to a cult-like organization focused on elemental magic, the townsfolk now to be used in their experiments. After some detailed and careful planning, our heroes were accidentally revealed to the cult, the apparent leader spotting Krasus's owl familiar and using some strange magic to locate the party's presence. After inviting them inside, the hooded figure disappeared into the gloom of the cave, the rest of the party deciding to abandon said plans and follow. Walking through into the dark, gloomy cave entrance, the group were a little bit startled to discover a few more people residing inside than maybe they had expected. A mixture of Genasi, humans, elves, and half-orcs, all dressed in these very similar clothes. A mixture of traveling leathers with this sigil. A sigil comprised of the 4 different elements, merged together to create this almost vortex-like design in the center. A water Genasi, Melania, introduced herself to the team and invited them to join her at the rear of the cave. After 2 of the Earth Genasi guards were dispatched to go and collect the others, the rest of the group followed Melania to the mouth of a smaller, narrow opening leading down towards the southeast. Right as they all got behind her, she turned around. "Oh yes, good, you're all here." And then cast a spell. And that is where we left off last time. I'm going to get each of you to click on your tokens and roll for initiative because we're going to be in time-sensitive moments. I'm going to put some more music on, and then I'm also going to roll roll a spell. Just roll a little spell.
Wow, okay.
Man.
First roll of the night, I rolled a 24.
Hey, that's not bad.
Work.
No, it's funny that Niles is probably going to act first, considering he's asleep. So,
Not necessarily. Let's see what happens.
We'll see.
We actually all have really high initiative.
22 for the sleep spell. That I don't think is going to be enough to knock. Who's got the last hit points? Let me have a quick look at Now. Now's got 27. Tetra has 18.
So don't include Now in that though, because remember?
No, Now is immune. Tetra has 18.
So Tetra. Okay, so Tetra. Oh no, that's bad.
Looks like Tetra is the one going down. As this mage turns around and lets out this mote of silver dust that sweeps across you, all of you feel this roll over you, and your eyes begin to close as you feel sleep suddenly threaten to overwhelm you. You realize how long you've been awake all throughout the town. Even though you had a bit of a rest in the wagon, it's been a long day, and you guys have fought some pretty dangerous foes. But right as the spell begins to take hold, obviously Lyra, Krasus, Nauthiz are immune to this. They don't have any effect at all. You don't even feel this. But for Harry and Tetra, as this sweeps over you, Harry, you're just far enough away that this effect doesn't quite reach you, and you watch as Tetra just closes her eyes, goes night, night, and drops to the ground unconscious. Alrighty. Let me put a little sleepy token on Tetra, and I will quickly roll for Tetra's initiative, because I probably should have done that first anyway, and I will also roll for Now's initiative as well. Let's get Now's initiative up. This is going to be one of those nights where I'm just flicking between like 30 different tabs. Oh, sorry now. So, our initiative orders. Oh, and I need to also roll for our people here as well.
I mean, would it make it easier if I played one of the characters Owen for you? Or do you
no, that's okay, because Tetra's asleep, so that's going to make life real easy for me. It's more just switching between the tabs. That's, but there we go. I've got them all up and running now anyway. Okay, so as Tetra just drops to sleep and falls over to the sides, kind of collapsing underneath the weight of this spell, you watch as the rest of the guards inside the room suddenly turns like almost a little bit surprised by this sudden use of magic revealed by Melania. As she looks towards the rest of you, she looks a bit confused. Oh, I heavily underestimated your ability to survive that. Take them prisoner, please, as she points to the rest of the soldiers.
Damn it.
Niles, you're actually up first.
What is Niles doing in this situation? He sort of like, his head kind of like spins around, like kind of on a pivot, almost like he's like cracking.
Do a 180. Do a 180.
You can do a full 180.
I could do a 180.
That's so creepy.
Yeah, and then spins around in a 180 and goes, "Oh, you won't be taking any prisoners today." And he is going to. Oh, is he going to go for her? Nah, he'll just charge right at the Feathergale Knight over here and start just.
Brilliant.
It's because it's got feather in the name.
Yeah, exactly right. So Niles, as you rush forwards, the corridor that you were just about to enter behind Cynthia, over towards the east of where you are, the area opening up into this large cavern just behind you, you sprint forwards, not even breaking stride as this spell fails to capture you. What would you like to do?
Yeah, probably. Immediately just lay my hand into this guard. See if he hits. That's a 7.
That
7.
one.
7 is not enough, I'm sorry to say.
Yep, that's okay. He's going to use his. Let's see, get used to this. Yeah, I'm gonna use my flurry of bows and do some more strikes.
Alrighty.
Okay, that's a 19. That's a bit better.
19 is definitely going to hit. As you rush at this air Genasi, you can see that they're dressed in this very odd-looking armor. It's decorated with these raven feathers and owl feathers. Actually, yeah, owl feathers. Just realized what that meant. Decorated in these owl feathers as well. And the helmet that they wear, this leather helmet, is actually marked with this plume that rises up off the top of their head. And yeah, almost this very avian armor. Their face paint, this black line that almost moves down across their nose to form a kind of beak-like appearance.
Niles kind of like is partly horrified by this, but kind of is this basically just gets him to fight more. So that 19, I'm gonna assume hits.
19 definitely hits. Absolutely.
That's gonna be 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
8 points done. I'll mark that off.
Yep. And I'll do it, and I get another hit as well with a flurry of blows. For
Nice.
17.
17. That'll hit.
Yay. And then another 7. Wow.
7 damage. Nicely done, Niles. As you begin wailing into this figure, begin punching away, you watch as they kind of lose their breath, winded under the force of your attacks.
Yeah. I'll show you the strength of a true avian master.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay. I'm putting on the good music for that. Anything else on your turn, Niles?
Not much I can do. I've moved. I used my action, bonus action. You just see Niles, like, after delivering those strikes, takes up a sort of a martial arts pose with his talons outstretched and is ready to act on his next, ready to act with whatever comes his way.
Amazing.
That's his turn.
Harry, your turn next.
I think Harry's a bit inspired by this because he's like, oh, another dexterous fighter like me. He's got like goosebumps under his fur that you can't see.
Oh, that's cool.
I guess you haven't really been. Yeah, you haven't really been in the combats with us too much.
A bit, but not like a bit.
Not like open combat like this.
Yeah. Not against other humanoids. I think that's the main thing. It hasn't been humanoids.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Oh yeah, I'll join in too. He runs to the far side.
I better hope that we don't bring on a Kiwi as a guest character because I think they're going to be very upset.
I would just say my accent is not meant to be New Zealander.
Oh, okay, fair.
It's just an accent.
It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like, yeah.
I can't place Harry's accent.
Yep, exactly.
It's like South African New Zealand. It's like a cool cross. Yeah. It's an impressive cross. I don't think I could do it if I tried.
I can see a little bit of the South African there, actually.
Rakish Audacity, right? The wording is, you don't need advantage on an attack roll to use your sneak attack against a creature if you are within 5 feet of it.
Yep.
No other creature are within 5 feet of you. So where I am standing, Niles is not within 5 feet of me. I can use this ability, right?
That's correct. Yep, that's absolutely correct. Cool. So Rakish Audacity, indeed. As long as you are within 5 feet of a creature and it's not within 5 feet of you, you're good.
It also says that you also...
and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll.
Hold on a sec. It also says you also gain an additional way to use your sneak attack.
Yeah.
So the other ways still work fine. It's just this gives you more options. So even if you stood next to Niles, you'd still get it.
You didn't need to. You don't need to use it for this, but it is correct. If you wanted to use it for this, you could just move slightly far away because Niles is still within 5 feet, so you'd still get your sneak attack bonus anyway. Because you get sneak attack if another one of your allies.
So
you still get sneak attack, but But as a lesson, that is exactly how Rakish Audacity works. If you're 5 feet away from an enemy and no one from your allies is within 5 feet of you, then you do still gain the sneak attack. So that's correct.
But you can stand like over this area and get the optional flanking rule.
You can move on the other side and gain some flanking.
Yeah, I wouldn't be staying there anyway. Harry doesn't like staying in combat.
I still get the +2 though.
I don't know how well you can see it on the screen, but Harry's standing right next to a toilet that has been carved into the rock. You can see there is a hole that's dug through the rock, and a wooden seat has been placed there with a hole in it. Harry, it's your sensitive bunny nose and wrinkles a little bit under the smell of the...
That isn't Harengon droppings, I can tell you that.
No, it's not. It's far more spicy.
I've just realized
Yeah, exactly. They're really firm, round balls. Go on.
Rabbits tend to do a thing where when they've, excreted
they eat it.
Waste, does Harengons do that?
We don't need to discuss that.
Rabbits will only do that when they have a surplus of nutrients and it's a different type of poop from the normal poop. So I'm sure if Harry was in the wilderness surviving and he didn't have any other choice, he would. But he's a merchant.
Man, that is funny.
funny.
The more you know.
And that means that Niles technically would cough up pellets like a real owl instead of all the fur and bones. Every time Niles finishes a meal,
oh man,
coughs up a pellet.
Well, I did say last session he was coughing up a pellet out of nervousness as we were in.
Oh yeah, that's right. I do remember that.
Yeah.
22. You still have advantage as well if you wanted to roll again. 22 hits. Do you want to roll? You just roll it. Roll again.
Why do I get advantage?
Because of sneak attack.
So it counts as sneak attack because...
Oh, he doesn't get advantage though on this zone.
Yeah, I don't get advantage. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought... Sorry.
It is the sneak attack damage. Yeah.
Admittedly, I probably should have shut up and let it... I should have...
No. For some reason, I thought you were flanking because the token hasn't updated for me, but it looks like it... Because I can see it out of the corner of my eye on one screen. But I'm
happy to flank. Does that give me advantage?
No, it gives you a bonus to... It gives you +2, yeah. So I'm having a dumb moment. It's been a long day, guys.
That is a lot.
It's alright, DM.
Yeah, the plus
22 hits.
Sarah.
22 hits, 8 piercing damage, 4 sneak attack damage. Very nice. 12 total damage.
Harry's like, on guard, and he's like using his rapier.
Well, I do like the idea of you saying on guard as he's still facing Niles, and then you stab him in the back, like down through the armor, as he goes like, ah! And then turns around and goes, you got to give me a chance to actually get guarding if you say on guard.
Turn around and face me with honor.
And with that, Harry uses the remaining 20 feet of movement to get behind here. Is that like a stool? Is that what this is? Harry runs away just for everyone.
It's some stone benches on the ground.
Okay. Would Harry be able to crouch behind the bench and try to hide, or is that not something
you can try and crouch behind the bench? You're not sure how successful your attempts to hide will be, though. You can make a stealth check.
Okay. Yep, I'm going to use my bonus action hide.
Brilliant.
Does the Feathergale Knight get advantage? Opportunity attack then?
He does get an opportunity attack. It doesn't stop Harry's movement.
No, he does not. Nah, because Rakish Audacity is really cool. And if I hit, they do not get... let me just double check. I'm pretty sure if I hit...
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
They don't get an attack opportunity against him.
If I miss, I think that they get the...
I haven't played a Swashbuckler for a while, so that's actually really cool. That's awesome.
Rakish Audacity...
So in answer to your question, Matt, he gets his reaction, but he doesn't get an attack of opportunity because Harry hit. So he doesn't lose his reaction or anything, like as a result of being hit, but he just can't use his attack of opportunity on Harry.
To hit me specifically.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
It's like it's like the mobile feat built in.
Swashbuckler is one of my favorite rogue archetypes because it's
really cool.
Really fun. It's got lots of flavor. It's really nicely balanced throughout most of the levels. You get good stuff every single big level jump. It's just a good class. It's got like one or two downsides, but you can play them really fun and you can work with them. It's a great class. I like Swashbuckler.
I feel like most players, when they're playing a rogue, will fall down the rabbit hole of becoming like the assassin, which is cool. But I really think that's a disservice to a lot of the other subclasses of the rogue.
Yes, assassin's a great subclass, but it's also not a very exciting subclass.
Yeah,
it's assassin's pretty top end heavy. Where that first round, it's great, but then past
it falls off pretty quickly.
It's just a normal rogue then, without any.
You also have to adhere to a certain play style, I think, with the assassin to get the best sort of bang for your buck, so to speak.
Whereas Swashbuckler, you've really got...
Swashbuckler is just good to go, man.
You just pop in, do some damage, pop out. Fancy footwork is the thing. Thank you. I couldn't remember.
It wasn't Rakish. So I actually don't think I have to land the hit, do I?
You
make a melee.
No, during your turn, if you make a melee attack, yep, that's right. Alrighty.
Oh, cool. That's even better.
Tetra is asleep. Tetra remains asleep for their entire go. Sorry, Michael. Next up is... Oh, boy. Next up is Melania. As she looks towards all of you, she sort of pauses for a moment and then points her finger out and goes, cold. And as she does so, you watch as this blast of ice begins to suddenly form in the very center as she casts Sleet Storm. Niles, Lyra, Krasus, Nauthiz, and Tetra. Harry is out of this.
Oh, wow. That hits everyone.
40-foot radius. She's going to hit her own person. Actually, if she's going to hit her own person anyway...
You're just going to do everyone.
She's just going to get everyone. Yeah, she's going to drop it down and get... Yep, she's actually going to hit everyone. Okay.
Including herself, or just not her? Is that it?
She'll just push it forwards as she just drops this ridiculous... Oh no, sorry, radius, not diameter. Sorry, 40-foot radius, so it's 20-foot diameter, so 20 feet all the way around in a circle. So if she drops it just above the Feathergale Knight, she hits Harry and doesn't hit Tetra, doesn't hit Nauthiz, but does hit Krasus. Nah, she wants to hit all of you. Harry, yeah, there we go. She can hit everyone.
That's fun.
Including her comrade.
Yeah,
she drops a Sleet Storm. I need everyone in that area. You watch as this blast of icy cold suddenly begins like crackling up from the surface. As the area around chills, your breath suddenly coalescing into steam in front of your mouths. And you feel this icy chill cut through. I'm going to drop down a cloud because you actually can't see. You actually can't see through this very well, unfortunately, because of the...
Was there a save, sorry?
Yeah, so there'll be a save. I'll get you guys to roll me, please, a dexterity saving throw, please. But it's when it's your... it's actually when you start your turn there. First time on a turn, when you start your turn there. So it's not for the moment.
So not yet.
Oh, the first time or every time?
First time when you start a thing, and then after that, there's some stuff that happens as well. I'm going to put a little icon down that can act as the Sleet Storm, and I'll just make it have a border so that we can see it really clearly as she casts this spell. I love Sleet Storm. It also makes it very hard for anyone to cast spells. Anyone who tries to cast spells in that area has to make a concentration check before they can cast it, and if they cast one, they have to maintain concentration with it.
Okay.
Brutal spell. Here we go. Pop down.
Okay.
There we go. That looks good.
Whoa.
Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, she drops down this Sleet Storm. As she does so, she is going to then... she is then going to step backwards away from Nauthiz a little bit down the corridor. Actually, no, she's going to move past Tetra. Nauthiz will get an attack opportunity, which Nauthiz will absolutely take. Nauthiz will make
she's using Tetra as a body screen or whatever it's called.
Yeah, as a human shield.
That's
shield,
Just seeing if Tetra can do the stone rune. No, it's when a creature ends its turn. So no, Tetra's just going to go. Sorry, not Tetra. Sorry. Nauthiz is going to go for a war pick attack. That's an 11. That does not hit.
Sucks.
You watch as Melania moves right to the very back of the group, hiding away in the corner as she basically moves past Tetra. Okay, next up is the Feathergale Knight. The Feathergale Knight takes great offense at being punched in the face a couple of times, winded, and then stabbed in the back by Harry. The Feathergale Knight is going to make an attack against...
But he starts his turn in the smog, right? Isn't there repercussions for that?
Oh, that's
true.
Yeah.
So he just has to make a dexterity saving throw to avoid falling prone. I will make that dexterity saving throw right now. Let's just do that, Dave. That is a... Why isn't that rolled? Oh, there we go. It's rolled now. 12 is a fail, I believe.
Oh,
12 is a fail.
You hear Harry yell across the room.
As the Feathergale Knight goes to strike down Niles, the ice that has formed in this area, the brutal cold that is crushing across from the effects of this spell, which that's not what I want to do, the knight just slips and falls, dropping down and crashing onto their back, falling prone. They don't lose the rest of the turn. They're going to use half their movement to stand up and then make an attack against Niles. Still pissed.
I love how Niles is just watching all of this happen. Like, okay.
He
like
watches
cartoon style slippery feet on the ice.
11 and 7. They're not going to hit you, Niles, are they?
Both miss. Yeah, both miss.
As the knight goes to strike out, you're still like struggling to stay on 2 feet as the area underneath has suddenly become slippery. They just cannot land a blow on you, Niles. And as they look at you, they turn back towards Harry, trying to spy this little annoying rabbit that's run off and hidden away.
I just say in response to that, like, ha ha ha, is that the best you've got, Birdman?
No, but you'll find out what that is in a second. That's his full turn. Next up is the Earth Guard. Hearing something of note happening and hearing Melania call out, like, take them prisoner! The two remaining Earth Guards who had headed north to try and make their way out to locate the rest of your party, Nomu and...
Oh, that's good. They're coming back.
This is good, yeah. Nomu and
it's probably
Cynthia,
better.
they rush back into the room using their full 30 feet, moving up forwards as they see this sudden patch of ice forming and the snow cutting around. They look around trying to spy. They can see everybody, except for Harry right now. Make a perception check.
Hey.
What was your stealth check, Harry? It was an 18, wasn't it?
It was an 18.
They are not going to be able
Plus
to
7,
see
I
you.
rolled a 12.
Actually, yeah, they can't see you. So instead, they are going to use their... Yeah, they're going to use Earthen Throw. Both of them reach down into the ground, cutting away. You watch as these two stone Genasi push their hands through into the earth, melding with the stone very briefly before suddenly pulling back upwards, holding these vast boulders that they then throw over their shoulder right through the middle. They're both going to go for the two easiest targets that they can see, which is Lyra and Krasus. Lyra does a 21. Guessing that hits.
Maybe, yeah, probably.
Krasus, what about a 17?
There's no disadvantage shooting through the ice, just to clarify?
No, so the ice covers the floor and there's like snow, but it's not obscured. The area is not obscured.
Oh, so it's not foggy, yeah.
The ground's just covered
17?
with this thick ice. 17, Krasus.
Yeah, I'm going to use a shield on that.
Bonk, yeah.
I'll go to 18.
Fair enough.
I don't have very high armor class yet. One day.
Yeah.
One day. Lyra, you are going to take... it's not too bad. It's only 9 points of bludgeoning damage. Could be worse.
That would nearly do my half my HP.
Oh.
As this boulder just comes at you from nowhere, Lyra, you're kind of focusing on the spellcaster. You've watched Tetra go down. Your attention's kind of split a little bit, and suddenly out of nowhere, this massive rock flies through the air, striking into you, sending you tumbling head over heels. That is all the Earthguard do as their full turns. Krasus, you're up next.
Okay. So the sleet. I have to actually do something for the sleet storm.
So at the beginning of your turn, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw to avoid falling prone.
I fall prone.
Oh,
Krasus, natural 1 as well. You just go, your legs just pop out from underneath you, and you just drop.
That's fine.
What sound does Krasus make when he falls? Like, how does he sound? Like,
he would probably go, "I'm all right. Don't worry about me. Nothing at all."
Before that happens, we just insert like the Looney Tunes, like.
But you would hear like a grunt, like. But then he'd be like, "No, don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. Nothing at all. I'm fine. I'm fine." He gets back up. Bit of a because I can step back up though.
Yeah.
So I'll get back up. I have 15 feet of movement. If I step, so I guess the question is. Where is its start point? It was around here?
Yes, exactly right.
Can I move here? Does that get me out of the sleet storm?
If you move backwards, it does indeed get you out of the sleet storm. Oh, actually, I apologize. I made a mistake. Lyra, those attacks with the boulders should have been at disadvantage. It is heavily obscured. Let me roll again.
Could you also roll again for me just to see if I don't have to use my shield?
Yes, absolutely. Krasus' second roll was an 11. You do not have to use your shield. Lyra's second roll was a 19. Does that still hit you? I'm so sorry. Damage still stands. Krasus, you don't have to have used your shield. Apologies.
Hell yeah.
Everywhere inside that blizzard, you cannot see. It is like being in full darkness. It is heavily obscured.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So those Earth Guards come in the room and they can't see anything. They don't even know anything's wrong.
Well, no, they do know because as they rush in, they see the sleet storm and they hear someone call out, like, take the prisoners. Like, they're not stupid. They know that if there's a sleet storm, she hasn't cast it on her own people. So, and they also know where you were standing last time.
So, okay, question now, and I'm going to go back.
Hello.
If I go here, I'm in the sleet storm?
If you move back one step, you're still in it because now this is in it. If you move back 2, you're out. Exactly.
Okay. Cool. So that's 10
and that's
feet,
not hard for you to do because you kind of know roughly where the wall is. You're just backing away very slowly after you fall. Although after you fall over and slip and slide a little bit, would you know where you are very easily? It's a good question.
being here, I guess I have now this next to me. I know it's your call. Actually, I'll leave it to you.
I'll get you to roll a percentile dice. And I'll do this for anyone who wants to
Can I do
move
an investigation check? That makes
sense.
sense?
Investigation. Yeah, I'll allow investigation or perception check. That's fine.
What was the priest's name again?
24.
The bandit woman?
Melania.
Yeah.
So in this 24. Case, so essentially all of you in there are blinded. Like you're hit by the blinded condition.
Yeah. So am I good, Owen?
Yes, you're good.
Okay. So I'm going to move here. That's 10 feet out. Okay. Now, I'm going to, on this one here, this is Melania?
Melania, yes, is down the you can just see her past the rock wall that forms the natural cavern opening.
Well, actually, hold on. If I go here, up here, am I out of the sleet storm?
No.
Okay, so I have to be there. That's cool.
Have to be with your back against the
I'll
wall
move
of the
there.
cavern.
I'm gonna cast on. So as I move, as I sort of slip, get back up, I can sort of see roughly the visage of like now this, like maybe her runes are glowing, so it gives me some like, it gives me like sort of like a point to sort of latch onto.
Yeah,
I sort of focus on. I move back up until I get just out of the sleet storm. I can just see Melania down here, and then I sort of twist my hands around, utter some incantations as I cast yet again Maximilian's Earthen Grasp with the little bit of sort of Krasus's sort of take on it with the sort of like almost like what we did last time.
Yeah,
where it's almost like slows time down around that area, or like sort of creates some sort of like pressure, a bit different from Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
Yeah, absolutely. Do I need to make a dex save? I believe it is.
So
or is it strength save? Could be strength save actually.
I'll put it up. So yeah, so it's concentration. As an action, I can cause a hand to crush. Oh no, what is it? The target must make a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. Brilliant. I will make a strength saving throw for Melania, the Crushing Wave Priest. That is a 12. I believe that is a fail.
It's 13 was the thing. So
so close.
I know, so close. I rolled 2d6. This is bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
She takes 6 bludgeoning damage.
6 damage.
And
yep.
she is now currently restrained for any of our friends that might want to attack her.
Amazing. Alrighty. That is...
Not the end of my turn. I'm going to willingly move back into the storm up here.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So you just move back into the sleet storm.
I think the way I using the investigation is Krasus is almost like he's discovered that the projectile that had flown towards him should have hit him, but I think using the investigation he's realized that the sleet storm created a hazard for, yes, it's a hazard to him, but it was even more of a hazard for them because they couldn't hit him.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think he's using the investigation to sort of think, well, if I get back in the sleet storm, I have a less chance of actually getting hit. So Krasus is going to ride that wave.
No, that makes sense.
That said, mechanically, if they shoot through it, they have disadvantage regardless of whether you're in it or not, right?
What was that, sorry, Dave?
That's a good point.
Mechanically, they have disadvantage if they shoot through it, regardless of whether Krasus is actually in it or not, right?
So the problem is, right, that you guys, they can't see, so they don't know where they are. If they knew where you were or they could see you, and you're inside the sleet storm, but they can see, let's say you were right at the border, for example, and they could see you, or they had some sort of magic that let them see you. While you're blinded, attacks against you have advantage. But because they can't see you and they don't know where you are, their attacks have disadvantage. So it's kind of like can't see it, but the way
that's regardless of whether he's actually physically in it or one.
Exactly, if he's on the other side
of it.
Exactly right. Exactly.
I will say this though: Melania is restrained does not mean she can't do things.
No, just means she can't move. Alrighty.
I mean, like, it still does a lot of good stuff for us. Like she's
keeps her out of the action. Absolutely, stops her like doing something to Tetra. 100%.
Because now that I've moved back in, she doesn't really know. She doesn't know I fell. She doesn't know what my movement is. Me moving back in actually sort of puts off her, like, she doesn't know exactly where I am. Where if I stood here, she could still cast spells at my location, which here makes it a little bit harder for her to gauge my location.
Yeah, moving back to the very edge of that sleet storm, back pressed up against the wall of the cavern that you're in, gives you a bit of guidance as well. As I can see, Lyra, Ali's written there, gives you a bit of guidance for location. It does actually, because you've got the wall to help you out.
Exactly. So this is where I'm not playing Jin, who was a dumbass, but like very charismatic.
Actually, I need to make a concentration check for the sleet storm. I will quickly do that because it is concentration. I am.
Oh yeah, that's
confident.
a good point.
It is concentration. I better make a Constitution saving throw.
Must.
Oh yeah, it's still up. Yeah. 22. It's still there.
Oh, wow.
Lyra.
Right, it's actually probably better.
Ali, it is your go.
Two questions beforehand. One is,
Hello.
has it been 10 minutes since we entered the cave? Because
Has it been 10 minutes?
Yeah, because I preemptively, like before we walked in, I typed in the chat that's preemptive shillelagh on the quarterstaff.
Oh right.
That would still be up. It hasn't.
Still up.
It hasn't been.
Like
I would say it probably
1 minute
hasn't
back,
been 10 minutes. It's probably been like 5 or 6 since you entered the cavern. Because you did that as you like came. Although you guys did kind of wait for a bit. Harry came down.
The duration is 1 minute, so I'm completely wrong anyway. So never mind.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm like, no. If it's a minute, it's definitely not up.
Yeah. Nope.
The other
what was
your second
is,
question?
Did she sort of hear the Earthen Grasp around Melania? And can she sort of, in the same way that Krasus did an investigation check, could she sort of use that perception of sound to sort of go, okay, they're probably over there, and sort of try and make their way towards that sound?
So you would hear 2 sounds. Earthen Grasp has a verbal component, I believe, if I'm not wrong. Yes, it has verbal, somatic, and material. So you would hear the sound of Krasus muttering under his breath as he casts this spell, and you would also hear the sound of the earth moving. Do you want to make a perception check to see how well you do at locating, perception or investigation, to see how well you do at locating where those sounds might be coming from? 9. Lyra, the problem is, right, you can hear them, but with the sound of the wind buffeting around in the sleet that's like striking into you, you're struggling to locate anything. And you also need to make me a quick dexterity saving throw to see if you fall prone, because that also might be a bit distracting as well. I know personally if
I'm not rolling well tonight.
Lyra, you just straight over. As soon as you go to take a step to listen out for this sound, you just slip on a patch of ice and go straight down as you fall prone.
Lucky.
This has got everyone. Every single person has slipped on this ice so far.
We're
I'm all
we're
about
just
this.
like I don't know, not all about the ice. But in that case, I'm going to use half my movement to stand back up again, and then sort of using sort of the dank and dark gloom of the cave, she's going to coalesce old Swampy around and above her to sort of try and give herself a little bit more cover and power. And then I'm just double checking which of these is the bonus action.
So for those of you playing along at home, Lyra is activating her Spore Druid feature called Halo of Spores.
Wild shape. Just a wild shape. The Halo of Spores is a reaction.
Which is but it must have a name when you summon the. It's not just a wild shape, is it? It's called what's it called? Like Spore Guardian or
Symbiotic entity.
Symbiotic entity. Thank you. Yeah, as the mycelium and fungus that's grown across your armor and partway through some of your skin begins like almost sprouting this massive fruiting body around you in a way, right? Like it's the mycelium's always there, but it produces this massive like mushroom armor around you that kind of like protects you. That's actually
big overgrown swamp monster looking armor.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Okay, so that's my action, and then as the bonus action, I'm going to recast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff.
Amazing.
And then with the rest of my movement, if I can she just pick a random direction and walk in that direction in hopes that she reaches something?
Roll me a d8. We'll start with 1 is north, and we'll go clockwise from there. 7. So that means you're walking to the northwest.
Right.
Oh
so,
no!
30.
I've just seen what's to the northwest.
Oh,
as you walk, even through the sleet storm, you sort of smell this strange smell. And as you step forward, you bump your knee into something and you try and reach around, and your hand suddenly goes through this hole in front of you, and you pull out very quickly, realizing that you've just bumped into the toilet that you saw earlier. That's so unlucky. And then you bump into a wall next to it, feeling around like the handle of the wooden seat, and then bump into the wall and rebound off it. Oh, that's so unlucky.
Gross.
Tasty.
And that's it for her turn.
Oh, actually, no, sorry. I tell a lie. You would actually, if you were walking... Sorry, 7 wouldn't be towards the toilet. 7 would just be due west. Sorry, 7 would be due west. 15 feet?
15 feet.
Yeah.
As you walk past, you suddenly see this looming shape of feathers, and for a second you think it's Niles, and then as you get a little bit closer, you see instead this like hulking feathered form with this long plume out of its helmet, and you can see probably just make out the movement of something large next to it as well. Again, another feathered shape, and you don't really know who's Niles and who is the knight at this point.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
Then you use bonus action Shillelagh. Nauthiz.
Yep.
Nauthiz is going to do the same thing you just did. Nauthiz is going to try and get to Tetra. Nauthiz is going to roll a d8 to see where they go. I'll use the same system as last time. That is an 8, which means Nauthiz walks in the complete wrong direction and bumps into the wall right next to the toilet.
if Nauthiz didn't fall over...
Oh yeah, I will roll. No, Nauthiz didn't fall over. Sorry, I rolled that before.
But if she didn't fall over, wouldn't she kind of like have her bearings?
The problem is, right, that in the sleet storm and in the craziness, Nauthiz doesn't really know where they are. I rolled a quick perception check for Nauthiz as well. Nauthiz did not do very well. Nauthiz doesn't have great perception at the best of times anyway. Oh no, +4 is not too bad.
Rip.
It's actually not too bad. As Nauthiz bumps into the wall, Nauthiz is then going to hold their action. If they see anyone that they can attack, they are going to make an attack. Next up is the Flame Guardian. Now, the Flame Guardian did see Harry try and run just before the sleet storm went off, so the first Flame Guardian's going to go and investigate. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Get up to here and see if they can spot Harry. 18. What was your stealth check again?
I think it was...
18. Oh no, it's 18! Oh, Harry, I'm so sorry. As the Flame Guardian... Yeah, meets it, beats it. Always in D&D. As the Flame Guardian, this fire Genasi gets up next to you, looks down. You watch as this very, very sinister smile just wipes across their face, and they run their hand across their bare palm, and as they do so, the blade bursts into flame, and then they strike down. Well, I'm guessing a 22 hits Harry?
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it does.
But the second attack 10 does miss.
Yeah.
So the second attack definitely is going to miss. The first attack 22 does hit. That is going to be 8 damage from the longsword.
Ooh.
Oh, and 6 from the flame. Oh, I'm sorry, that is maximum damage.
That's 14, right? Yep.
Yeah, I rolled a 6 on the d6. As the... Oh, no, that is bad. That's
I am hurt.
Brutal.
Shit.
Uh-oh.
Oh, as he just crashes down. The next Flame Guardian, who did not do very well on their perception, just sees the other one rush up around and begin striking randomly. This one is going to rush forward towards Melania, who they can just see through. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 55, 60, getting around to check on Melania, seeing her restrained by this giant hand. Niles, it's your go next.
I'm in danger.
Wow.
Love it.
There's a lot going on here.
There's a lot going on here.
But you know none of it.
I have no idea what's going on. I just see this guy who thinks he's trying to be a bird, and I'm
First things first, Niles. Can I please get a dexterity saving throw?
You can.
16. That is a pass.
Hey.
First person. You just flap your wings and you just hover above it ever so slightly.
Oh, that's such a good point.
Yeah.
How is this obscuring the whole height?
You are blinded while you are in this area.
Yeah, it's like a sphere though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm blinded, but
You know where that person was. You roughly
I know where this guy is, right?
So you just have disadvantage to attack, but when you're blinded,
it's straight rolls.
It's just a straight roll, exactly.
Yeah, I looked it up while I was waiting for my turn. So it's just straight rolls on this guy, which is good.
Wait, why is it straight roll?
Because attacks, when you're blinded, your attacks have disadvantage, but other creatures who are blinded, you have advantage against them.
Okay,
so they cancel each other out.
So that's pretty funny. I'm just gonna wail in this guy. Yep. Yeah. I'm going to do a strike. Unarmed strike. That's a 15.
15 is just not enough to hit. Sorry, Niles.
No. Seeing that, I will also use one of my key points to do a flurry of blows and do some more attacks. That's a 21.
Ooh, 21's going to hit, definitely.
That's 7. I'm rolling really well on my damage tonight. That's fantastic. And then I'm going to roll again with the other hit. That's going to be a
natural 20. Natural 20.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh boy. Roll me some.
A lot of attacks as well. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's taking a lot of damage. Roll me some damage. So that's a 6 on the roll plus another 4 for the maximum critical damage. That's a total of 10. Niles, how do you want to do this?
I guess he sort of using the sleet storm, the wind. I'm assuming there's a little bit of a wind or a storm in this area. You see like Niles sort of fall into his element as he kind of like glides up into the air and sort of as the snow sort of obscures him a bit, he comes in around the side and just like strikes with his leg. He does a leg kick directly to the face of this air Genasi. And
I love the idea of you doing this even without being able to see who you're fighting, but you feel the flow of ki as you begin to connect more with your subclass, your special custom subclass.
That's right.
You can check out on D&D Beyond. You connect with the flow of ki, and it's almost like this thread that you can see of ki in your mind leading to this creature. And as you rush forwards, you just take him out.
It's almost partially the ki flowing through Niles, but it's also that instinctive it's an instinct. It's a predatory sort of instinct of him as an Owlin. But it's also his training as well, sort of kicking in, and he's almost acting like automatically in this situation, letting his training take over, letting that trust in his ki guide his strikes, just envelops this guy.
Lyra, you hear this thud next to you.
Yeah.
So what was that, Matt? Your wings envelop him.
Yeah, the wings sort of like envelop him slightly, and you just hear this guy fall to the ground, and then Niles is just standing over his body.
That's amazing. I love the idea of you come down, wrap the wings around, and that almost muffles the sound as well a bit too. Your wings, your owl-like form, your feathers muffle that sound while you're flying and absorb that sound. And as you crash through, he sort of drops almost slightly silently. Lyra, you just hear this, and then this gentle thud, and then silence next to you.
I just sort of say under my breath, it's a shame I didn't get to see your best.
Shit. Just some low-key shade.
And then with that, he doesn't know where he's going now. I don't know where he's going to go. He can't really move anywhere.
Do you want to do the D8 trick? That's worked well so far.
I'm going to do the D8 trick. I'm either going to head... Niles will either head towards where the Earth Guard are and the Flame Guardian, or he's going to head towards the Priest. He'll roll a D8 to see which way he goes. That's 5. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's
South.
Straight into the barrels.
That's not bad though, because that's the border of that is outside the sleet storm, and you've got a really good view
that's true.
You've got a really good view as you move, Niles, very cautiously, very carefully, and emerge on the other side of the sleet storm. You can move onto that area there. It's the perspective makes it look like you can't walk there, but you can stand there. As you step out from the sleet storm, sort of like open your eyes and blink, your very large pupils constricting suddenly in the light. You just turn and see a guy standing, looking over away from you, who doesn't seem to have noticed you just yet.
Yeah, amazing. That's all Niles can do.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Oh man, if you want to go punch Melania as well, by all means.
Don't worry. He's going to. Don't worry.
Harry.
I am very hurt. Let's do this.
Dex
save, he said.
You're in a rough spot, buddy.
Yes, please.
Dex save. 10.
That is not enough.
I assume that
Harry,
fails. Okay, so I use my... Let me just check my ability. Is it a bonus action? Do I want to use that? Let's have a look. I have Lucky Footwork. When you fail a dex throw, you can use your reaction to roll an extra d4. I think a d4 might save me. Reaction... I don't need it.
You get your reaction back at the start of your turn. So 4, it does save
14.
you. It saves you 14.
So
14
good.
is enough to pass. That is clutch. Can I just let you know now, the d4 would not have necessarily saved you. That is, that's not bad.
That's huge.
Harry starts feeling his paws, his feet paws rattle, so he like digs his claws in his feet. I mean, I assume he's wearing shoes actually, but yeah, something along the manner. Yeah.
I don't think I did give you shoes in your artwork. I think you've just got
okay, perfect.
pauldrons, but I wanted to keep your bare toes out.
Yeah, it's all about the proprioception.
Exactly.
I'll use 10 feet of movement to get out of the ice, so I'm not blind, and to take a strike on this Flame Guardian.
Brilliant.
With my rapier, which gives me 19 to hit.
19 hits, 11 piercing damage, and you have your fancy footwork for the sneak attack. Not fancy footwork, sorry, your rakish.
Yep.
Rakish
Audacity,
subtlety?
that's it.
Rakish audacity. Brilliant.
Yeah.
So that's 16 points of damage. Harry, that's not bad.
yeah, but Harry is also bleeding
Not
out.
happy.
So Harry's like, on guard, and stabs him again. Then runs, then sprints, gets the hell out of dodge. So he's used 10 movement.
Yep.
He's gonna try and get behind this barrel here.
Yep. So you can move towards the south, ducking behind the barrel.
Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action hide.
Yep.
Instead,
No attack of opportunity because of your fancy footwork.
Oh, I could bonus action dash and get of Niles. And also maybe be away outside of... No, I'm gonna hide.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide. Yeah. Cool.
Tetra. Tetra is unconscious and on the ground, just having a lovely little nap. The priest. Now, does anything happen at the start of her turn in Maximilian's Earthen Grasp? Just that she can't move unless she makes a strength save, I believe, to escape.
So, as an action, you can... to break out, the restrained target can use its action to make a strength check against your spell save DC. On success, the target escapes is no longer restrained by the hand. So, no, it's like, I guess, like, you're just restrained. And if you don't want to be restrained, you have to use an action to try and break out. If you do anything, you have 0 speed, attack rolls have advantage against you, and you have disadvantage on your attack rolls, and the creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Yeah, she's not loving that. I'm just checking really quickly the rules with how she can do this. Yes, she can
still do actions.
She can, and she can still do bonus actions. She is going to Misty Step. It just has to be an occupied space that she can see within 30 feet. There's plenty of those. She is going to Misty Step out of Maximilian's Earthen Grasp. You watch as she just goes, enough of this. Disappears into mist that rises around her, appearing in the corridor in front, and then Krasus, you're in the sleet storm. You moved in so that she couldn't see you. I am in the
sleet storm, so
Tetra's in the sleet storm.
Specifically to try and throw off that location.
Technically, she can't see Tetra either. She is going to move down the corridor out of sight as her turn. Okay, yeah, she'll do that.
Sorry, I wasn't fully paying attention. Oh, so she could Misty Step even though she was restricted?
Yeah, Misty Step doesn't get stopped by Restrain. Restrain just
you
makes
can
her
just-
movement speed 0 while she is restrained, so she can still bonus action Misty Step out of there.
What a crafty lass.
What a crafty lass. Well, next is the Flame Guardian. As this Fire Genasi rushes forwards, trying to free her, he sort of pauses, watching her disappear. She goes, enough of this, and vanishes. He sort of looks around a little bit confused, and then turns around, double takes as he suddenly sees Niles there. Pulls out his sword, like runs it along his hand and goes...
It's actually the Earth Guardian's turn, sorry, DM.
Oh, sorry, it is the Earth Guardian.
It is.
It's because I call them Flame Guard and Earth Guard, and that's really going to get confusing for me. Thank you very much. In that case, then, the two Earth Guards are... Yeah, they watch the little bunny try and run away. They can't see anyone else. They don't know where...
Hide.
That's true. They don't know where Melania is either. They're actually going to call out... Did you want us to do something? Are we supposed to go for the others, or what are we doing now? As there's this like pause of kind of confusion. When Melania doesn't answer, they sort of look at each other and shrug. They're going to move up. 5, 10.
Can I?
Hello.
Hi. What background did I end up taking? Oh, sorry, no. Okay, that was a background that you could imitate people. I didn't take it in the end.
I was gonna say, Lyra was going to try, even though she has no charisma and no background in imitation.
No.
She's just like, feminine voice? I've heard her speak once, I'm gonna do my best.
I'm excited for this.
Oh. And then probably come up with something along the lines of, I need those supplies from outside. Fetch them for me now.
Make me a persuasion check with disadvantage, please.
First one. Oh no.
It's a 3.
Okay. That's hilarious.
Can't hurt. Blame girl
And a
for
12.
trying.
Yeah.
They hear that voice. They go, that wasn't Melania. No, that wasn't Melania. They both bend down, pick up stones, and throw them in towards the sound of the voice. They were going to hold an action, but now that they've got a bit of a bead on someone who's talking, they go, yeah, all right. Throw some stones in. Now they have disadvantage to hit you because they can't see. Though your blinded attacks. Double check. Is it just as attack rolls have advantage? So it's just a normal flat roll as it was before. So it's just a flat roll. Lyra does a 12. No. What about a 16? Does that hit you? Is that your armor class?
16 hits it. It's technically 15 because her shield is a shitty pot lid made of wood.
But your shield still is a shield, isn't it? Or have you given yourself a disadvantaged shield?
No, you gave it to me when she was hunting through the kitchen.
Oh, it gives her the
shield.
+1 AC.
Oh, that's right. You only. That's right. You do. I remember.
So we need
yeah.
to get you an actual. We need to actually get you an actual shield.
You need to go buy a shield. That's
Or
right.
it's a
I remember
wooden
you
shield.
Breath of the Wild and got a pot lid, and you've been using that this whole time. That's right.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, Lyra, that is going to be. Yikes! That is 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Thank you, Swampy.
As another bulges. Your symbiotic entity, this fruiting mushroom body, hardens at just the right second as this is about to strike, reducing some of that damage. As I think that mostly takes off the temporary hit points, right?
12 temporary hit points, so Swampy's got 5 left.
Yeah, as Swampy just takes that hit for you. Krasus. It's the Argo. The problem is, right, you've not heard any of this. So as far as you're aware, your Earthen Grasp is still up as well, I guess. Because all you hear is, enough of this. And then you hear like, oh, and then that's it.
I wonder if
Actually,
I would be.
Do you want to make a perception check, see if you can hear her walking down the corridor?
It probably still is up, right? Even though she Misty Step. She can't
the
walk
Maximilian's
she's
is
still
up.
restricted.
It's concentration. But the thing is, doesn't move with her.
No.
Would I be aware though that my because it's concentration, I can use it to I can move it. I would realize that there's nothing there anymore, but I don't know where she is.
Would you though?
I don't know.
I'm actually not sure you would. I think you'd have to know you'd have to be able to see to know whether or not that's a meaning, because you can't feel it. It's not like a real hand. It's made of stone. We're moving outside the rules here because I don't think they've accounted for this in the actual like D&D rules. Yeah. I'm going to say that. Do you want to make a perception or investigation check to know that she's escaped, or to try and figure out what's happened from what you've heard?
Wow, it's +5. I've got a 7.
Oh, 7.
But
I mean, Krasus.
Just...
You heard clearly there was something happened down towards the south. You're not sure what. You heard her speak, you heard this, and then after that you're not really sure what happened.
You know what I'm going to do? So 15 I take passes?
Yeah, 15 passes, you're not prone.
I'm just going to simply just step out and have a look. Oh, not there anymore.
Yeah, she's gone.
Yeah, no, that works. I was just thinking, like, what would I would just have a look. That's fine. That does such a bad investigation too. I don't actually technically know where she's went.
No, and you also, from your angle with the snowstorm in the way, you actually can't even see the guy down past near Niles on the other side. That cuts through the snowstorm.
You can always just ask everyone out loud.
I could, but that didn't really go so well for Lyra. I heard Lyra say something to get hit by boulders.
And then it hit,
Also, I don't know how appropriate that is.
As this stone just... And probably the stone, like a few pebbles, like spray at your feet, Krasus, with a little bit of blood on them. Chunks of fungus.
The thing is, though, I'm a bit apprehensive because... Now, you know what? I rolled a really bad investigation. I don't even know. I could be walking to a trap, but I feel like I would peek down this corridor. Jared is probably thinking that this Millennia has a held action, but Krasus rolled really bad in his investigation, so I'm gonna play non-meta. I'll have a peek down as I see Millennia.
As you peek down the corridor and look through, you can see Millennia hiding there. She has a dagger holding up, and as soon as she sees you, she just pegs it down the corridor towards you, having cast a spell, so she can't cast another spell. The dagger flies towards you. That is only a 6. I'm guessing that misses.
Oh, thank God, yeah, it does.
The dagger just goes right past your ear, and she goes, "Fuck."
Okay, cool. I was actually really worried there. Okay, yeah, good point though. She actually already used the spell. I'm gonna sort of look at her. I'm gonna shake my finger, like, "Oh, you think you could get away, could you?" And then I immediately just put the Maximilian's Earthen Grasp on her again.
How far can you move it, or are you recasting it?
No. I can move it. I think I can move it 30 feet. As an action, I can cause the hand to reach for a different creature or to move to a different unoccupied space within range, which is 30 feet.
Shit.
Yeah, it gets it.
Just double check. Does it? I guess it doesn't have to go through. Even if it does, it still gets her. Yeah, cool. Never mind.
Yeah, no, I don't actually. I guess the thing is, we're gonna have to figure out if it's 30 feet from where it currently is, or if it's 30 feet in the range of the spell. It obviously works here, but for future use, we'll have to figure that out.
I'd say you can cause the hand to reach for a different creature or to move to a different unoccupied space within range. I would argue that's within range of you. So that's 30 feet of you.
Yeah,
I would argue that the way that spell is written.
Yeah. Perfect.
It sounds pretty clear that it's within you. So
as my gravity field sort of causes to sort of come around her again and shrink in and like sort of cause her to be held in place again as this crushing weight falls on her.
Are you kidding me?
So, give us another strength saving throw, please.
I will do so.
She's very strong. You're in trouble.
Hey, look, she can pass. There's chances.
Natural 1.
She is restrained yet again, and she takes 11 bludgeoning damage this time.
Ooh,
that's not bad.
She takes more, doesn't she? Because it's a natural 1. So, what are you rolling there? 2d6?
No, I don't think it does more.
It's a good question. If it's a crit fail or a crit pass,
it just means that you got restrained.
She's just restrained.
I'll put it up. You can never read.
I'd be happy to rule though that like so that these kind of save and catch spells and the ones that do damage on a dex save or I would imagine that on a d20 you take no damage.
Is that true?
If you get like a natural 20.
Okay.
Well, I'm wondering, like, because we haven't really played this in the past with Tyranny of Dragons, but I'm wondering if maybe you wanted to add that to the better criticals rule, so that some of these spells hit pretty hard too.
Are you sort of doing it like where if everyone gets like even all the spells get crits on their like 20s?
Yeah, did you guys want to do that?
Because I'm not really going to be doing a lot of actual attack rolls.
Ooh, yeah, that
sounds pretty dangerous because it means
applies against you guys too.
As well.
Yes, all of the things go both ways.
I am not sure about that.
Pass at lower levels.
Pass? Okay, cool. That's fine. That's all. I just wanted to double check how you felt about it.
It's your decision, and I'm only just become a permanent member today.
I don't mind the idea. I'm happy to try it, but it would be very
Can we explore it outside of this
combat?
combat?
I won't lie, it will help me a lot because a lot of my spells are saving throws.
A save or yeah.
But you know what? I'm not too fussed either way.
I'm going to include it in the better criticals. I feel like it makes sense.
Yeah.
It also means that there's less of a weight on those damage-only spells. It actually encourages you to use some of these more creative spells that otherwise there you go.
How about this? Instead of like making a decision tonight, how about you do some research into it, Owen, and see what... It's up to you. I know it's up to you. I'm happy to go either way.
Look, let's go without tonight. We'll play... So at low levels, your spells aren't hitting as hard anyway, and I'll come back. Yeah. But I think I'm probably going to go with it because I've seen it used before and I really liked it. So I think I might.
Okay. So then, question.
Okay. Hello.
If we did do that roll with the ability of like lucky footwork or whatever it's called, where I can roll another D4, it added to my dex save.
Yeah.
But it doesn't change the D20 roll.
It doesn't change in that one.
Yeah. So then I will always take double damage from that one. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, if you rolled in that one, you'll always take the... Yeah, exactly. So then you wouldn't bother using the footwork on it. Okay. I'm just wondering, does it make sense to do this because it kind of adds a bit more versatility and makes these spells hit a bit harder? I'll get back to you. For tonight, let's say it doesn't. So in that case, then...
It definitely makes casters much more powerful.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the better criticals already makes non-casters much more powerful who are using non-casting spells. So it already adds that extra. So I'll have a think about it. I'll get back to you. But so 11 damage. Yeah. I need to make a concentration check. Fuck me.
Fails?
That's another nat 1 in a row. That's 2 in a row.
Nice.
Bullshit.
That's fantastic
you watch
news.
As the hand just
useful again.
As the hand crushes her slowly, you hear this. Are you kidding? As the pressure begins to build, and the ground underneath from the force of this gravity begins to crack as she's like forced into the ground. With a sudden, the ice just immediately explodes away into nothing, dissipating into this very fine particulate snow. The winds just dying down. The snow sort of pausing and freezing in midair, and then falling and melting away instantly as it hits the ground, turning into this very fine powder snow. There's this moment of like chaos and confusion as everyone kind of like looks around and sees everyone else, and then the Flame Guardians and the Earth Guards look and see the Feathergale Knight on the ground and go, "No, Zephyr!" As they watch him just drop.
Cool. Okay, that's worked out all right. Bonus action.
MVP.
Okay, so she's restrained. She can stay there. I'm going to... There's a lot of moving parts here. I'm gonna go back in my little hidey hole and sort of...
Krasus, having grabbed her with the hand, just moves back around the corner. Just...
Stay there.
Deep done. Job done.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Yep, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna sort of cuddle the wall and sort of stick next to now this, but she's gonna run off anyway, so it's up to you.
Okay. Cool. Next up is Lyra.
So, as a bonus action, she's going to point at Melania and go, "There you are!" And then use phase step to move 30 feet towards her. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then the rest of her movement to come like face to face with her.
Because phase step is a bonus action.
Yep. And then as an action, she's gonna swing for the fences.
Oh my god.
Still active.
Brutal.
Melee
Druid. Yeah, with the shillelagh. So
gotta watch out for the melee druids.
Yeah,
Melee Druids
And then
rough,
this is
man.
also doubled because of Swampy being active. So 16 to hit.
16.
Roll again.
It's with advantage. 16 does.
Oh, shit.
Roll again. That's fine. 24 is
24
definitely hitting. That's definitely going to hit.
And
this is
then
bad.
I'll just
This is
double
not good.
check symbiotic entity, just make sure I'm not doing the wrong thing here.
I
Do you-
believe
you're
you
not
had-
Oh no, so it's just an extra 1d6 for a melee, necrotic damage for a melee.
Yep.
So
I'm imagining like Lyra's laying into this poor priestess. It's like you know Boba Fett from the normal recent Star Wars with his gaffy stick.
Yeah.
That's what I'm imagining. She's just
Well,
going,
it's actually not a bad analogy because Lyra's quarterstaff has these sort of fungal fruiting bodies growing up the top, and as she concentrates and summons the symbiotic entity, I imagine these like mycelium strands begin like moving out from inside, and as she strikes down, they then like pierce into the creature and begin sucking the life out of it. That's the necrotic damage.
horrifying.
It is, isn't it?
that's
It's absolutely
12 total
terrifying.
damage.
Man, you know
Oh,
the
nice.
scene is just so funny. She like Misty steps like, oh fine, I'm out of range. And then just what's that? Fuck. God damn it! And then she looks up just to see Lyra sprinting at her.
Just laying into her.
I imagine like Lyra starts walking and then Malaria blinks, and this is exactly when she face steps within like
anime.
range.
Oh yeah, true. I forgot that she faced that in the bed.
Yes, you can also use a reaction. Of course you can, Lyra.
Alright, so she's also going to drop Halo of Spores on
Yeah.
top of the restrained Melania.
Brilliant. Does she need to make a Constitution save? I think.
Just double
I think she's damaged, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Reaction to
Jesus,
deal
actually.
1d4. I can see when it moves into a space within 10 feet or starts its turn there. So she drops it on top of her, and
Yeah, is
then
that
once her
also-
turn comes around.
Is that also double because you have your thing up?
It certainly is.
It is.
Yes.
This is
Roll
nuts.
fours.
Yeah.
Was the
Fairy
D6
circle.
leveled as well?
No, not the-
no,
it's an extra D6
The
necrotic
D6 is on
damage.
top of the 1d8
Wow.
plus 3.
Melee
Sorry.
druids. Melee druids are terrifying, and Circle of Spores makes you the mealiest druid there ever was.
Yeah.
Roll some
there's
damage.
Just a little fairy circle of death cat mushrooms, just all around her. Like it's really
Just-
cute, but
As she goes to push herself up, one of them just puffs these spores into her face, and you watch as blood begins leaking out the side of her eyes and her nose, and she's like,
Oh my
God. She
do
fucked
you want
up.
to roll those? Do you want to roll those
up.
damages, Lyra? 2d4, I
it's at the
believe.
beginning of her turn.
Oh, the
I
beginning
think.
of her turn. All right,
Um,
brilliant.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think I just need to remind everyone that like they did fire first. So this is
It
just
Yeah.
this is just
It's-
retaliation.
We're gonna talk with them.
This is justifiable retaliation. We're just protecting ourselves.
Nauthiz runs up, shakes Tetra awake. Tetra goes, "Oh, what is it? I was just having a lovely nap." Nauthiz goes, "Enemies everywhere attacking us. Go kill.
There's chaos
Go attack. Use your magic." I'm still lying down. If you could give me a moment to stand up on my turn. As Tetra says that. Nauthiz is then going
I think-
to.
I'm sorry.
No, you go.
So Lyra's message there. I'm from other streamers and other things I've seen people use Spore Druid. It happens straight away. Because if you read
It
the
starts
wording,
its turn there into a space when it moves into a space within 10 feet or starts its turn there. No,
That's when you
it's
can
not
use
straight
the
away.
thing.
The circle moved into its space.
Yeah, no, I don't think it is. I think
No,
it's
that's-
when her turn goes off that then I think it will go off.
So
Although
so
you
you
get
haven't
too
dropped
much
it yet.
double
So
on the
your
damage.
reaction. Yeah, so your reaction,
your
Lyra,
reaction,
actually
yeah.
doesn't go off yet. It goes off when she starts her turn.
Yeah.
Because the reaction hasn't been triggered, right? Because technically, the creature hasn't moved into a space within 10 feet of you. You moved into a space within 10 feet of it, and it hasn't started its turn there yet. So technically, you haven't dropped Halo
Yeah.
of Spores yet. That'll drop when you use your reaction.
Makes sense.
Technically,
Easy as.
rules as written.
Considering the reaction can happen at any time, it just makes
Yeah.
sense for it to happen.
If anyone else is using it differently, they're using it wrong. No, not necessarily. And they might have talked about it with their DM and come up with a different version of it. Nauthiz is then going to use their bonus action. Just seeing Nauthiz. Would Nauthiz use the stone rune?
Ooh. I don't know what that does.
Yes, but it has to be when they end their turn, within sight. So Nauthiz won't use it just yet. Nauthiz will stand guard protectively over Tetra. I don't think Nauthiz has any bonus actions. No. Cool. Nauthiz will stand protectively over Tetra. The Flame Guardians. Niles, what I described before, the one that saw Melania disappear and now can't see her. Exactly the same thing happens. It turns around and goes, "Huh!" Slowly reaches down, like runs, looking a little bit like surprised, runs his sword across his hand, watches it catches fire, like tests it, and then moves forward and very like casually tries to stab you with this flaming sword.
See if you can.
Challenge accepted. Does a, and they get multi-attack, thank God. Does a 13's not going to hit you, is it?
Misses.
Thank God for the second attack, which is a 19. I'm guessing that does hit you.
Hit. Yeah.
Yes. Finally. I feel like I've not been rolling very well tonight.
You rolled well against me.
I did. 10 damage, 10 slashing damage with the longsword.
Pretty big.
But only 1 fire damage. I got a 1 on the fire damage as the sword. Like so because he's so slow lighting this on fire, the fire Genasi doesn't fully get the blade alight, and then by the time he stabs you with it, it's just very mildly warm.
Ouch.
The other Flame Guardian is going to see Krasus having cast a spell on... no, actually, he only sees Krasus run back. He just reaches down, pulls out his crossbow, and is going to take a
crossbow.
He has got a crossbow. He's taking a shot with his crossbow. Krasus does natural 20! I'm guessing that hits.
Oh, no!
Yes. All right, I'm going to use a chronal shift
baby.
as a reaction.
Yep.
Nice.
And I'm going to make it re-roll.
Okay, I will re-roll. So as this bolt flies towards you, Krasus, just as it's about to hit you, you panic, holding up your hands, like stopping time, and you watch as time rewinds from your perspective. No one else sees this, only Krasus sees this.
It's literally rewind.
Recall, as he casts recall.
Recall.
Yep. Krasus literally casts recall. Is one of the abilities in the new Legend of Zelda, literally what you're just doing. As the arrow flies back, and then he takes his second shot. The second shot is with, that's an 18?
Yeah, that will hit, but it's not a crit, so...
So it's not a crit, so it would have been 19 damage, instead it's only 9 damage.
That would have been left me with 1 HP.
Yeah, instead it's only 9 damage. As you reverse time, just enough to move yourself out of the way. This bolt was heading directly for your throat. You just get out of the way and instead take it on the shoulder. Part of your armor absorbing the shock, but it's still hitting you. As the guard sort of like pauses for a second, the flame guard looks down at his crossbow, looks at you, and cocks his head really confused. What? Unsure of what happened. Niles.
Yeah, Niles is not super happy having taken that blade strike.
That makes sense.
Just real quick though, just scanning the room at the melee attackers.
Yeah.
Do the Earth? Obviously, I can see that the Flame Guardian in front of me has a sword.
Yes.
Do the other guards also have swords, or do they have other types of weapons?
So the 2 Earth Guards have massive stone maces, and you've also... No, so you can see them holding big stone maces. The other Flame Guards, both Flame Guards have a large crossbow. One of them, the one you're fighting, has it strapped to his back, and he's holding a flaming sword. The other Flame Guard has the sword in a sheath, and is now holding the crossbow, having just pointed it at Krasus.
Yeah, okay. Alright, well, what am I going to do? Niles is running low on key points, but he's going to reposition. He's going to try and fly over these barrels, sort of skirting around the Flame Guardian to get behind him there. He's going to use his... Yeah, he's going to use his action just to try and get a hit off.
Yep. See
if he can hit. That's a 15.
15 is not enough, sorry. Oh no, you're fighting the one who... No, sorry, 15 is not enough.
That's annoying. He having taken that hit, is going on the bit of the defensive. So he's going to use his bonus action to
use patient defense and goes into a more of a defensive stance. Yep. So that's what he does.
Harry.
Harry can see. Okay, you've removed it. Is that what you've done? Is that canon?
Yeah. Don't worry about anything else in other
Harry can
rooms.
see through the hallway and saw.
Don't worry about
like,
that. No,
something
don't worry
move.
about that. Don't worry about that.
You
Don't worry
didn't
about
see
that. No, you didn't see any of that. Don't worry about it.
Harry has been panicking the entire
Harry didn't see anything.
last,
No, it's all good. No.
Okay.
Don't worry about that.
Okay. Harry's ears poke up from behind the barrel, and he sets his crossbow on the top of it just to like lean on.
Cool.
And he takes a shot from hiding against the flame guardian on the top that he struck before with the rapier.
Absolutely. You have advantage because you are hidden. He has no idea where you are.
Oh, sorry, Owen. While you're doing this,
sorry, that's a rapier. That's a rapier. No. Ignore those rolls.
Okay.
I'll roll again with the.
Yep, that's fine. What were you going to say, Jared?
I had to do a concentration. It's all good.
Oh no!
Oh, for Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I passed it though.
Oh,
You blew all
Harry.
your good rolls on the rapier. Damn it.
Yeah,
Harry, it's the same.
It's
It's the same rolls on the D20 for the rapier as it is the hand crossbow. I'm happy to take the rolls you
Oh, so
rolled
they're
before
perfect
and
for the
use the
same.
damage from the crossbow.
Yeah.
That's so
Because
nice.
it is
Ian.
the same. It's
I
the same roll.
appreciate
So
that.
19, 21. 21 hits,
Yep.
which is going to do for the first damage. So it's always the first damage, 4 piercing damage,
Yep.
and 5 sneak attack damage.
Yep, 9 damage. How's he looking?
Is
He's
using
looking
his
pretty
rapier
hurt.
or his crossbow?
Crossbow. The rapier was a misroll, but it's the same. Same
20
D20
roll,
roll.
yeah,
So we've
you
taken
use
the
the
D20s and then we've used the first crossbow
Yeah.
Sweet.
damage. Looking pretty hurt. Yeah, as he takes that hit.
This is getting dicey. This battle.
Harry knows he's given his position away, and he thinks it's probably best to get away and run. I guess you see Harry dart across. That's 10, 20, 30, and tries to hide behind
Some boxes stacked in the
behind
corner.
boxes around here.
Yeah,
exactly.
nice.
And move one more there.
Do you want to make another stealth check
So,
for me,
yeah.
please, Harry?
You see a pop of the arrows, and then he some like a blur as the rabbit ducks and weaves and hides behind something else. It's just like when there's a mouse in the house, and you see it run along the wall, and hide behind something, and you're like, where the hell is it? Yeah, that's
You know where its sort of general location is, but then you can't find it and you start panicking.
Yeah, you start moving things to try and find it, but it's just not there. Yeah, well,
That's fantastic.
Harry.
Next up is Tetra. Tetra uses half a movement to stand up, steps forward, sees the Earth Guards in the pathway ahead, goes, "Oh, are these the rascals who are trying to attack us?" Now just nods very hardly.
Yes.
Tetra goes, "Oh, I will
Please.
deal with these." And you watch as the light begins joining up, forming that constellation of lights across Tetra's body as the crystals begin glowing. And Tetra takes on the archer form once again. Tetra is going to use a... Let me just double check. As a bonus action, you can spend a use of your wild shape feature take on starry form. On activation, Tetra is going to do a archer and then is going to also do a spell as well, a magic stone, the classic Tetra combo. So that is going to be 6 damage from the starry form to the one that is south. Onto the south. And then as the magic stone flies out, 14. Oh, it's just not enough. As the magic stone flies forward and just rebounds off the armor that these Earthguard are wearing, they just sort of turn, look at Tetra, look at each other. Do you want to take that one? Yeah, I'll crush that one. Yeah, right. Tetra goes, "Oh, maybe I needed to pick a better stone. I'm sure I had a better stone around here somewhere." He's looking around for a stone.
Are you pitting the Earthguard against Niles and Tetra? Like Earthguard, it's like almost like a rumble in the deep, like
Rumble in the
stone to
earth.
stone.
And we've got the name of the episode.
Nice.
Rumble in the deep. Next up is Melania, who is currently trapped inside of the hand. Yep, thank you very much. I'll make a Constitution saving throw.
A 1. Oh no!
1.
You can roll
2d4,
again.
2d4.
You can roll again.
Don't do it times
It's 2d4, so just roll a second 4. It's you roll 2d4.
Hell yeah.
You could be way better.
Yeah.
Yay!
That's average. Yeah.
4 total. 4 total.
We'll take that.
Melania can't get away, so she takes this 4 damage. Oh no, is that? Oh, she takes this 4 damage. She looks at Lyra, reaches out. She can't move from where she is, but you watch as she summons this. Oh, that's not gonna work either. She can't do that.
Feed to Krasus.
Yeah, fuck this.
Wow.
No, she is done with your shit, Lyra. You have pissed her off. She is going to do magic missile. All 4 are coming for you. She's just
automatically. Doesn't matter what happens.
She's so pissed off.
Wow.
as she goes to cast magic missile, the spores suddenly like spray in her face, and she just sort of closes her eyes, coughs up a bit of blood, the blood leaking from her eyes, looks up at you just with rage and hate, and goes, "Okay, you first then." And she's going to she's going to upcast it too. She's going to cast it at 2nd level. She's really done with you. 1, 2, 3. Is that 4 for a 2nd level spell? Yeah, 4. Oh, that is brutal damage. Oh my god.
Right,
2 5s. That's
Swampy
10,
down.
17 damage. Are you down?
No, that's Swampy down.
No.
Oh, Swampy down.
Swampy's
Okay.
down, and then that leaves me on.
That's a very,
5 +
very
4 +
big
4.
chunk of mushroom as one of the magic missiles
Yeah.
spears off one half of Swampy, and as your like mycelium protector tries to like move and protect you, the second one just severs the threads holding it to you. And as you turn and go, no, you watch the Swampy just like waves goodbye before smashing to the floor and just turning into dust. More chunks of fungus.
Oh, poor Swampy.
And then, so 17 total damage. Wow, that is brutal.
That's
She
a
just looks at you.
huge
Standard.
mental. That's a
How are you looking,
huge
Lyra?
mental.
Are you looking pretty hurt?
Fairly hurt, yeah.
Great. She looks at you again, just so much rage. She goes, "You know, I was thinking that maybe we could help harness your magic, but now I think your life force will be much better used for our purposes." That is a full go. Earth Guards.
What does that mean?
What does it mean?
What
The
does
Earth
it
Guards.
mean?
In the deep.
Let me roll. Harry, what was your stealth check?
Oh no.
23. Now they've got no fucking idea where you are, buddy.
Ugh.
Don't worry. The Earth Guards, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 are going to move up towards Now and Tetra. They both look at each other, reach down, pick up a stone each, and fling a stone at Now and Tetra each, as both of them potentially take a hit. That is going to be a 16 for Now. That is a miss. And that is going to be a 11 for Tetra. I think that's also going to miss, isn't it? Where's Tetra's armor class? 15. Damn it! Carry on. As they throw these rocks, Tetra bends down to pick up an interesting stone and goes, "Oh, this is a better stone," and picks it up. And the rock just and crashes against the cave wall behind. Tetra, having no idea what's happened, now just holds up their shield, and it just shatters against the shield into these chunks of stone. Lowers the shield and looks over the top and goes, "You should be my target next." As she looks at them, that is the Earth Guard's turn. Krasus.
Perfect. I'm going to move 5.
Having fun playing Tetra. Tetra's a fun character.
I can see Wave Priest down here, still enveloped
you can
in
see,
my thing.
see Melania not having a great time. I will update her name to Melania because that was just so.
I'm going to look at this Flame Guardian over here that fired the crossbow bolts. I'm going to wave, do like a nice little wave, and then just completely vanish in front of their eyes.
Okay.
As I use a Starlight Step to sort of go over here.
Oh.
As you teleport down to the bottom corner of the room behind Now and Tetra. And actually behind... This is clever. You've now got a meat shield composed of Niles, Tetra, and Now.
Don't forget.
And a barrel.
And barrels too. as Niles and this Flame Guardian are fighting on the other side of some barrels.
The way I look at it is, like, because I vanished, I'm hoping that their location, like figuring out where I am, might be discombobulated. We'll find out. But I'm going to use an action to redo the Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
Oh, where are you going to move it?
Well,
no,
like,
redo the damage. Sorry.
I can just redo the damage.
Oh, no.
I think this automatically just goes off, so let's find
It does.
out.
If she hasn't escaped, it just goes off.
As an action, I can cause a hand to crush the restrained target who must Hold on. As an action, I can.
Yep.
What does it say?
I think it is.
As an action, you can cause a hand to crush the restrained target who makes a strength saving throw.
It must make a strength saving throw still.
Yeah, all right. I'll make a strength saving
That's
throw.
Fine. Well, actually, I just realized if it does fail, it's half as much damage. So that's nice.
That's good to know.
Okay.
So far, you've succeeded every time, though. 9.
Yeah.
9?
Oh, okay.
That's a fail, I'm guessing.
I think Melania's in trouble.
That's 2 once.
Oh no!
2 damage. As the pinky finger is the only one that moves. As you cast the Starlight Step, you kind of you'll just concentrate. Your concentration waxes a bit. You're being a bit cheeky, waving to them as you disappear, and you only manage to like move the pinky, which like crushes her legs, and she goes, "Ow!" As she looks down, but
that's
saying nothing. That's really funny.
Okay, so that's main action, bonus action. My reactions, I've used all my chronal shifts, so I don't have access to them anymore. Okay, cool. At the end of my turn, I have forgotten my Astral Elf this entire time. My Astral Owl.
Yeah, you've got a familiar.
Would you allow me, because I have forgotten about it, it's technically out of the cave. It's up to you if you want to play this. We've already been in the combat for a couple minutes. Would it be in the cave by now? What would this? Would I be calling on it now?
If you've been forgetting about it, it kind of makes sense that Krasus in the moment also was kind of like not really thinking about the owl in that moment. Like your attention was elsewhere in the battle. It's been taking the dodge action just outside on that branch where it was before, just chilling, just waiting for some instructions.
What we might have to start doing, Owen, might have to get like a little token for him.
I've got a token that I'm going to upload for you. I've got one.
I didn't realize in combat it rolls its own. In combat, it rolls its own initiative and acts on its own turn.
Yep.
So
it does.
That will help me remember to use it.
Yes, it will.
Cool.
I will.
Okay.
I'll upload that token and put it on for you. But
you don't have to. You don't have to. Obviously, like it'll be in the room with us, like at a later date. But definitely going to start having to do that because I keep forgetting that it's there.
It's easy to do, and it's a new character who dis. Where like we're still getting these
if I have the
characters.
token with me and he's on the initiative order, I won't forget him.
No, perfect.
Cool.
Anything else on your turn, Krasus?
No, I'm more than fine where I am.
Lyra, it's your go.
Well, he is once again going to swing for the fences against her restrained target.
Yeah, she's still restrained. Is that a natural 20?
Yeah, it's a natty 20.
That's not what I wanted to see right now, I'll be honest.
And that makes up for the lack of necrotic damage as well, so...
Yeah.
Yep.
Yikes.
Oh. Awful damage, though.
No, but it's okay, because it's still plus a d8, so it's 5 plus 8. So that's still not bad damage.
13.
That's not bad. She just takes that as you smash down on her head. Ow! As you crack down on her skull again.
She's very strong.
Yep.
You realize that we wouldn't have even known that you're here if you hadn't like kidnapped all the villagers and stuff. I mean,
yeah.
If you just left them alone, I mean, we would have left you alone. But
that's very true.
Kind of a dick move. And then with that like final word, she's gonna use her other use of phase step. Phase step to teleport away from her and do a bit of a runner.
That's probably wise.
1, 2.
I love that you like crack down and then go take that and don't do it again and then run away.
Did you have to face step or could you just run away? Because she doesn't get.
She still gets an opportunity attack. She just can't move.
Sorry.
I will say this: if you use face step at level 3, I think it comes with some other things.
Depending on your Eladrin form, yeah.
So I don't know what your Eladrin form is at the moment, but you might be able to get some really nice juicy stuff.
It is currently autumn, which I will have to find the list of what the differences they do. I think in autumn it is just the teleport, though.
Autumn gives you it definitely gives you something.
Immediately after you use your face step, up to 2 creatures of your choice that you can see within 10 feet of you must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for 1 minute or until you or your companions dealing damage to them.
Yeah.
I love that you're this mage being super angry at Lyra.
And then Lyra
And she's
teleports
like,
behind her
that's
and goes,
that's
"Hello,
beautiful."
friend." And they go, "Oh, friend, this bitch. She's been attacking me, but I'm so pleased you're here, friend."
I will say though, it says immediately after you use your face step.
Yeah, she could have used it when she faced up.
Well,
to
she
her,
can still
but
use
can't
it. Lyra,
face
you
up
don't.
away.
I'm happy to rewind. We'll put you back here. Do you want to teleport behind her? Pretend to be her friend.
If you just teleport 10 feet ahead of her to get out of the opportunity attack, you're still within. She's still within 10 feet of you, and then you can just run the extra distance you need to
Yeah,
make.
you use your movement. That's
I'm going to do exactly that.
Amazing.
Yep.
You just bamf
Or-
10 feet.
Ironically, you can also face step here and potentially charm the 2 Earth Guard because
You could get the 2 Earth Guards, actually. Yeah, that's a good
It's
point.
up to you what you want to do. Here's
That's
options are
actually, you could do
available.
that.
Yeah. Okay. She's
Hunks of chunks.
she's going to aim for the 2 Earth Guards and
She'll
still,
be good for
you know.
information.
Oh, perfect. Is
Mission versus Earth Guards.
So I believe I need to roll is it charisma saving throw? Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
It'll be
I
wisdom.
still have to find the area on my.
That's okay. It'll be wisdom. I'm happy to roll it because it'll definitely be wisdom.
that's of sober, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. No, I've got that. I'll add a turn for sober in a second.
Sophie goes next.
Oh, Lyra, what's your spell save DC?
It is. I really need to familiarize myself with this character.
12 or
sheet.
13, maybe?
Yeah, 13. 13 is my save DC.
I rolled a
That-
10 and a 12 for the 2 Earth Guards.
Yes,
They are-
they're charmed for 1
They're
minute.
charmed.
And then she's gonna once again use the rest of her movement to run and hide. Well, not hide, just run.
So remember, they're charmed. They see you as a friend or ally at this point in time.
Yeah, but she's still scared of Melania.
Okay, fair.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. No,
You, know,
all
you
good.
could also play
as,
it off as almost like a Lyra doesn't realize what she's done sort of thing.
as you teleport the 2
probably
guards,
not.
there's this orange soft glow that emerges from you, this sort of like autumnal colors of reds and yellows. And as the 2 guards sort of stare at it, you watch as their expressions kind of go a bit slack to order. So look into the light and then sort of shake themselves and go, "Oh, Miss, we need to protect you from this danger. Are you okay, Miss?" As they both look towards you, seeing you as a friend as they are charmed. Sova.
It's really mean.
Sova flies, 60 feet towards the cave?
I do have the.
I think actually
60 feet
40
flying, yeah.
Yeah, 60 feet. Brilliant. So Sova would be at the mouth of the cave at the end of Sova's turn.
That's fine, no problem.
Now,
Good to remember Sova.
Nauthiz is going to see Lyra do this. Look towards the 2 guards as they go, "Oh, miss, we need to protect you." Look towards you, Lyra. Points at the guards and goes, "I hit them?"
Maybe try and hit the other ones. These ones might be friendly with us now. I think they're our new friends.
The guards who are looking at you, Lyra, point it now and go, No, we have to hit her.
Friend!
Friend?
Hit
Are you
her.
sure?
No. Hit her. See, Melania, the chick with the hand. Or in the hand. Her,
Oh,
she mean.
but she's been employing us. She's one of the commanders of our this outpost here. We couldn't go against her. I mean, unless you really think we should.
To me, and then she killed Swampy.
Oh no,
Swampy.
not Swampy! And the other one goes, "Who's Swampy?" Could you roll me a persuasion check, please, Lyra? With advantage because they are charmed by you. Oh, 5, okay, that's right. You have advantage on this because they are charmed by you. You have advantage against them because they're charmed. 12's a bit better. They both pause, look at each other, and then go, We will guard you, Miss Lyra, from the dangers, the danger of the Melania shouldn't hurt you. We'll talk to Melania. She won't hurt you anymore. So we won't hurt your friend right now. Now this kind of looks really confusing. Goes, no, not hit them. Okay, I'll hit others. Moves up 5, 10, 15, 20. Looks down at the Flame Guardian, who's sort of by himself. The Flame Guardian looks at the 2 Earth Guards and goes, "Oh, what are you doing? What is going on? What is wrong with you 2 stupid boulder heads?" Now goes, reaches out and is going to throw a spear.
Cool.
Actually before...
Hits.
Yeah, 18's going to hit. I'm just wondering if now this can use the fire rune No, Nauthiz can't use fire because it has to be... Oh no, when you hit a creature with an attack using a weapon.
Huh?
Yeah,
You did.
Nauthiz is going to use the fire rune. Absolutely.
Cool.
It takes 2d6 extra fire damage, and it must succeed on a strength saving throw.
It's a fire
Be
genasi.
restrained.
So.
Is the fire damage halved because he's a fire genasi?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
We'll find out. Oh, there you go.
It is, yeah.
So.
I was about to say, like, he watches the flame seem to do very little. 17 is a pass on the check, so that's 18 definitely hits. I better roll for damage for now as well. It is thrown. That's not bad. So that's 8 damage for the spear and 3 damage for the flames. Yeah, as Nauthiz strikes forward. Nauthiz then nods. I did well. The Flame Guardian is then going to rush up at Nauthiz, not restrained by the chains. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Rushes up at Nauthiz and tries to attack. Hang on. Nauthiz could use the Earth Rune at this point, the Stone Rune.
Is the fire
when a
rune
creature you see ends its turn within 30 feet. No, the fire rune is on an attack. When you hit a creature with an attack using a weapon, you can invoke the rune to deal damage. It doesn't cost anything. It's just a once per short rest. The stone rune is when a creature ends its turn within 30 feet. So no, Nauthiz can't activate this yet. Although, after it attacks Nauthiz, it could. Okay.
It will,
Never mind. The Flame Guardian will make an
up.
attack against Nauthiz. That is going to be 6 and an 18. Neither of those hit Nauthiz. Nauthiz has a armor class of 20. The Flame Guardian charging forwards. Niles, it's your go.
Did the Flame Guardian not?
Oh, sorry,
me?
the one that's attacking you. I forgot about that one. Thank you. He definitely doesn't attack against you.
It didn't attack me. That'd be great.
The flaming sword comes out once again as the.
Mind you, I am taking the dodge action, so that'll be rolling.
Oh yeah, all disadvantage. Okay, luckily I have rolled all of those with disadvantage. So, 6 and 22, 6 misses.
6 misses.
The next attack is a 12 or 16. 12 misses.
12 misses. Yep.
Does fuck all. Niles, it's your go.
Very lucky. Cool. Yeah, Niles is seeing the battle sort of turning. He's just gonna do what he does best, and he's just gonna try and lay down the pain as best as he can. Dave looks very excited. Excellent. I'm going to just hit again with my fists. It's a 15. That will miss, I believe. Oh, that sucks.
15 is a miss.
Yeah, I rolled that last time.
So it's just changing the music over to something more heroic. But maybe I was a bit premature.
I'm tempted. Do I let my defenses down? Or do I... Ooh, it's risky.
It is risky.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. I can't even do patient defense anymore because I've used all my key points up. So, I mean, I have to double down these attacks. So I'm going to use my bonus action to land another unarmed strike.
Yep, absolutely.
Dave lost. Oh man, Dave does not.
10.
Not good. Not good.
10 is not enough. Sorry.
Yeah.
You hear encouraging words from Krasus,
but no actual benefit.
And Harry.
Fuck.
No actual benefit there either.
Stand my
Harry's like,
shield.
nice
Fight.
feet.
Yeah, that's not great. For dramatic effects, Niles is going to fly up onto this barrel.
Amazing. Yep.
Thinking maybe it might give him an advantage or something.
I imagine he's doing the Karate Kid thing with like the
yeah.
With the wings outstretched.
On the barrel. Yeah. It's on the barrel.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Harry.
Harry sees the Flame Guardian that he was shooting at, the yellow one, and sees that Nauthiz has this, so he will shoot at Niles' friend.
Oh, thank God. Please do.
Here he's like, yeah, I got your back too, bro. And hand crossbow with advantage because he's hidden.
24
and
20. Yep.
Yes.
5 plus
so
9. Very nice.
14 damage. How's he looking?
I mean, that stabs into his back. He goes, ah, as he takes the arrow to the back. Doesn't look like it's done a huge amount of damage. I mean, this guy doesn't look too injured.
No, all my attacks have missed against him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Harry's like, be a man and fight someone your own size.
Not me. I'm a rabbit.
From hidden. Yeah, as he's shooting from hidden.
Yeah.
Harry moves to 30 feet. 30? He moves like behind these barrels, just here.
Just rushes up to the north.
Bonus action hides again.
Brilliant. Tetra is going to do the exact same thing again with the rock and the archer form. Just the classic magic stone.
Ooh.
Actually, has Tetra got any better?
You could do a guiding bolt.
I was just about to say Tetra might even do a guiding bolt. Yeah, Tetra's going to do a guiding bolt. Although, hang on, Tetra's use... I was just looking at features and traits. Tetra's use the 2 guiding bolts that they get per long rest, but still has some spell slots. So Tetra... Oh no. Tetra's only got 1 second level spell slot left. I don't know if Tetra would use it on this.
Does Tetra have healing?
Tetra has healing.
Yeah, yep. No,
I don't think... That's why I didn't use it before. I think Tetra's going to stick to the magic stone.
Wow,
archer.
Tetra tapped out.
Tetra really used... none of this was me. Tetra used all of this last time.
This is why I was suggesting a long rest before going in.
By the way,
magic stone's going to miss.
The Styric form doesn't immediately hit. You have to do a magic attack. I know it's... Yeah.
Did I not do a magic attack last time? It's only
rolling a D8. It's just a D8.
Oh, should have rolled for the... Oh yeah, you're right. It didn't. I thought it rolled the...
I didn't notice it last time, but I definitely noticed it now.
No, I did. It did. I did do it last time. I just don't think it did it this time, unfortunately. Ranged spell attack. Yeah, that's interesting. It just didn't work. Oh, I'll just use the same as the magic stone button to do that. 14. Does that hit? No, that doesn't. Both miss.
See his ass.
I mean, like 14 isn't that crash shot though either.
Does Tetra have a
no? 15. His AC is 15.
No, 15 hasn't hit, so AC is not 15. Because meets it beats it, so it has to be higher than 15. Tetra goes, oh shit, that did not work. Damn it. And then moves back towards Krasus a little bit and goes, Krasus, you're looking rather hurt. I also don't want to be hurt. I'm going to hang back here with you. Melania calls down the corridor, what the fuck are you doing? Get me out of here. As she is still restrained. She's going to try. She can't see anybody. She can't see any of you from where she is. She can't do any of her spells.
Perfect.
She's going to try and do a strength check to escape because that's all she's got left.
Yep.
That's a fail.
Yes. Yes.
I hate Maximilian's Earthen Grasp. Hating this. There's nothing she can do. That's her action used up. The 2 Earth Guard are going to move 5, 10, 15 and stand guard in the corridor and go, Melania, we've been thinking it. We don't think you should be attacking our friend Lyra here. Actually, they wouldn't know your name. You shouldn't be attacking our friend here. Oh, sorry. What's your name, miss? Oh, please, you can't be attacking Lyra. She's a very old, dear friend of ours. Melania just goes, she rolls her eyes and goes, you 2 fucking idiots. She's cast a spell on you. No, but she's our good friend. She wouldn't do that.
You don't even know her name.
Yes, we do. It's Lyra.
You just asked her that.
Look, we'd really appreciate it. We don't ask for much. We get bossed around a lot. You don't ask for much. We'd just appreciate it if you could stop attacking her. And then they both turn to you and give you a thumbs up and go, yeah, we think we did it.
Thumbs up back.
That's their full turn. I love a good charm. Did they get to re-roll on all their turns or just when they take damage? Pretty sure it's just when they take damage for charms.
It's just when they take damage.
Confident.
It's a whole minute.
I hate this. Krasus, your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna...
Let's get some big damages out, hey?
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna do a action to do another Maximilian's Earthen Grasp if she's having a talk.
Oh, you piece of shit.
Big damage.
Do I need to make another strength save? I think I do, don't I?
Yes.
Wait, do you get to make it again?
So she tried to make a strength save to escape. She failed. Now she makes a strength save to avoid taking damage. That is a 17. But she doesn't escape. She just takes half damage. This is so shit. As the pinky crushes her again. Ow! Oh, this is so dumb. Anything else on your turn, Krasus?
No, I'll leave it at that.
This is supposed to be this like really intense battle, and it's just become no, don't do that. You can't attack our friend Lyra. Pinky
I
crush.
love that Millennia's whole thing has been, fuck,
Yeah.
what is this? Ow! So what are you doing?
Lyra, it's your turn.
Amazing.
She walks forward and then asks her Earth God friends. She's like, "Hey, can you just let me stick my head around the corner here for a quick second?
Of course,
I would really
please.
appreciate if you look that way for a second, like sort of
Absolutely.
away
We
from
of course, Lyra. They turn and face the other way.
And then she's gonna chat Melania, and then once she's finished that, sticking her head back around the corner and continue hiding.
Nice.
Ooh.
Great. 24 is going to hit.
And that's
Lyra-
a whole
Lyra is
lot.
going. Oh.
Oh.
I was just about to say Lyra's really going in tonight, and then
As this like spectral hand made of like grasping mycelium threads crawls across the floor and like attaches to her face, you can see the fear in Melania's eyes. And then the pinky lifts up and pokes her in the eye, and she goes, you fucking kidding me? Turn around, you buffoons, I order you. They turn around and look at her and go, what's wrong, Melania? Are you really not going to stop this? Look, you need to stop this, Melania. We talked about this. And then he just moved back around the corner. Oh my god, fuck you guys. Sova's turn, Jared. I'm guessing Sova flies the full 60 feet into the room. 50, 55, 60.
Yeah, sorry, my dad's in here at the moment.
No, all good. I'll move Sova in. Sova is in the room. You can see Sova now. That's the full 60 feet. Nauthiz is going to... I just realized I probably need to give Jared control of his own owl, because he doesn't have it right now. There you go, buddy. You should have control of your owl again. Nauthiz is going to try and straight up murder this guy. Nauthiz is so done. Nauthiz is going to use the War Pick. 21's better. That's better. Here you go. Big damage, big damage. 7 piercing damage. Let me have a quick look. Oh, brilliant. You watch as Nauthiz goes, you stop talking now, and then slams the war pick down. There's this horrifying crunch as you watch as the flame guard goes still. Like, reaches up and touches at his head, and you can see this blood begin trickling down as Nauthiz has buried the war pick in his forehead. Like, touches the blood, looks down at it, and then just drops. Nauthiz still holding the pick, pulls it out, looks at it and goes, I have disabled one of them. Nauthiz is then going to use their movement of 30 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to move up towards the one that's attacking you, Niles. Do you need some assistance, Niles?
Oh yes, that would be lovely. As Niles says, as he's like perched on the barrel, like
Nauthiz,
yes, that'd be fantastic.
Nauthiz is going to use an action surge and attack this one. It's the same thing with the war pick. I figured Nauthiz was gonna do some big stuff. That's a natural 1. That's not good. As Nauthiz brings the war pick down, it smashes the barrel, destroying it completely. And Nauthiz goes, the barrel has been dealt with, Niles. Now we can attack this man.
Wait, did you destroy the one I'm on, or the one next to me?
The barrel in front of you.
I'm like, oh, I kind of like trying to maintain my balance on the barrel that I'm on.
I have disabled the barrel. Now we can attack the man.
I can see that. Please don't disable my barrel or myself, please.
The flame guard growls, lights his sword on fire, and is going to make 2 attacks. One at Nauthiz, one at Niles, calling out to the 2 stone guards, you fucking morons, you need to attack him now. Break that spell. Oh, sorry, that's Nauthiz. Sorry, ignore that. That's a natural 20 for Nauthiz. That's an accident. No, just ignore that. Just ignore that. Although...
At least it's not a natural 20 against
no.
It's right. It's fine.
I am going to take that dice roll. I let you guys, if you roll the wrong thing, still use the dice.
Are you using that on Nauthiz or me?
No, I will re-roll, because that was technically Nauthiz's 20. I'll give tell you what I'll do. I'll give Nauthiz an inspiration. I'll give Nauthiz an inspiration that Nauthiz can use when Claire gets back. How about that as a payment of that nat 20? I'll bank it.
That's awfully nice of you.
It's a very nice thing for me to do.
What a lovely DM we have. I am so appreciative.
You're the best.
I agree that it should be an attack.
You watch as one of Harry's ears falls off, just for no reason. Alrighty, that is a... Oh, are you kidding me? Maybe I should have kept the nat 20. That's a 9 for Niles.
That misses.
And it's a 19 for Nauthiz. That is not enough.
That's a miss on Nauthiz.
That would have been 12 damage for you, Niles.
What's Nauthiz's AC?
Ooh, 12 damage on me would have taken you to 1
has
HP.
20 AC.
What? At level 2? At level 3?
Level
Yep.
3,
Welcome to the wonders of being a Stoneforged Rune Knight fighter with a shield and the fighting style defense.
She's basically a statue.
That's all Nauthiz is.
I think you should play Nauthiz every week and just keep her in the
Claire does a way better job playing Nauthiz. I'm just the temporary Nauthiz. Niles, it's your go.
Niles does what he does best and strikes down with his talons from his perch on his barrel.
I would argue, given the last 3 turns, Niles, that's not what you do best. What you actually do best is just gently stroke your enemies.
Yeah.
Just gently caress them with your feathers.
Yeah.
Hello, Niles.
Come on, Niles. You can do this. Come on, Niles.
Yeah.
Click it good.
Niles goes, thank you for the assist there now. Let's show this ragamuffin who's boss, huh?
Oh, actually,
Is it flanking? Does he
if
get
you go
plus 2?
here, if you go here, you might get flanking.
Yep, you would. Niles wants to be on top of the barrel, though, I suspect. Does having the high ground give you a flanking? I will say that now moved there. There you go.
Oh,
you can maintain your high ground.
Owen's being such a good DM.
Well, no, because now still had the 5 feet movement. I didn't. It's just that I didn't use it.
+2, that's 16.
Actually,
that's a hit.
See, Niles didn't have the +2 movement. It turns out. Niles kind of done that. Niles only has 25 feet. I thought Niles had 30. Not Niles. Now only has 25 feet. Niles, you have to move there. Sorry.
Fine, I'll move then. I'll move.
Yeah.
Knowing that, I would move then.
16.
Okay.
That is enough.
Yes, finally.
He finally hit.
Fucking hell. I did so well on the guy in the middle, and then this guy's just causing me great.
Actually, I think you missed your normal hits on the guy in the middle as well. It was the flurry of blows.
The flurry of blows were the ones I got through. Alright. That's a 5.
5 damage, yeah.
And then bonus action, I'll do it again.
20's gonna hit.
20, that's a bit better.
Here we go. 7 damage.
7.
Really nice. Yep, really nice.
Just.
Alrighty, anything else on your turn, Niles? He's looking pretty hurt.
Nah, I've already moved a little bit. I'll probably just shift back up onto the barrel.
Perfect. Harry, your turn.
21 to hit.
21 hits. That is 5 piercing damage and 11
damage.
sneak attack.
Good night.
We always take the first damage. Harry.
Good
How do you want to do this?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
As soon as Niles jumps back up on the barrel, you just hear poof, poof. Oh, only one, right? There's his bolt just goes through and you see him drop, and when he drops the bolt,
the back of the head. Niles, it looks like this guy's coming for you. He lifts up his sword as he comes to you, and then he suddenly pauses, and you watch as he sort of looks a bit confused, and then as he falls forwards, you think he's coming in for the strike, but instead he slumps forward, this arrow out the back of his head.
I just sort of.
And with that, technically I could almost end initiative there, but I won't, because we'll see what happens with Melania, because she still could escape from the hand. So Harry,
Charmed is 1 minute, or Charmed?
Yeah, but I that's going to be 10. That's still 8 rounds of combat.
Yeah, true.
So I won't have that for initiative, because as soon as you attack them, I'll roll. So Harry, anything else on your turn?
I guess Harry closes the distance in.
Yep.
30 feet. He probably doesn't have anywhere to hide. Oh, okay. Yeah. He'll hide where no one expects. He'll hide behind the
now. Oh, right up in the toilet.
Oh, wow.
Alrighty. Tetra. Tetra looks over at you, Krasus, and then at the Earth Guards and goes, "Should I deal with the one who is bothering you, Krasus?"
Maybe leave them for now. I don't think they're much of a threat, judging of Lyra. Maybe go smack that one in the corridor.
Oh, that's the one I was referring to, the one who has been bothering you.
Oh, yes, I gather it. Sorry, my apologies.
Tetra moves up so that she can see them. The Earth Guards go, whoa, we can't let you hurt Melania. She employs us. She's a leader of our group.
I need them to help me.
So technically, they're helping me, and so by you allowing them to do what they want, then you're also helping me.
Oh, I don't think we could just allow them to attack Melania. Melania's like, oh my god, finally. I don't know if I don't think we can. I don't think we can let you do that. Tetra kind of looks a bit confused and goes, Lyra, could you maybe ask them to move? Like walk away?
Lyra, tell them you're for
in that case, can you guys inspect that bench over there? I think I saw something hiding under it.
Yeah, we'll go check that out in a moment. Tetra sort of stands there and goes, oh, right. I might move out of view. I'm going to step back a little bit, and I will maybe get a chance to attack later. Tetra moves back. Melania goes, no, you fool, stop it! And then as Tetra moves back out, she just goes, oh. She's going to try and make a strength save to get out of this. Please, come on. Krasus, 12?
It's a 13 save.
Oh, the Earth Guards then go and inspect the bench. 20, 30. Inspect the bench as they look down at their fallen comrade. Go, oh, it's such a shame to see. Oh, you hate to see it, don't you? Krasus, it's your go.
I almost don't want to kill them.
Yeah, I know, right?
Do we have manacles?
I'm going to. No, I'm just going to keep up with the
just
grasp.
crush it.
He hasn't moved.
I'll roll a
again.
strength save. We'll see if that works. Nope. I can't roll strength saves.
Wow, I'm rolling really bad for damage though.
It's alright. I'm a -2 for strength, so it's really not great.
Yeah, that's been good. Keeping it restrained has been very, very helpful.
3 damage?
The damage has been very up and down.
Krasus,
It's
3 damage?
6s. It is.
How do you want to do this? You only needed
Get
2.
lost.
You only needed 2. You only needed 2. She's taken 40 damage from this total. Like,
wow.
And Lyra as well.
Huge spell.
I think
the pinky one more time.
Do we want to kill
Both
her?
eyes this time.
I don't. You know what? Me as the player thinks that we shouldn't, but that's up to Krasus, really.
Let me have a look at my description real quick. I'm lawful neutral.
You could non-lethal this,
say-
definitely. Of course you can. You can always non-lethal.
I will say, Niles did mention this before we went in, that we should keep one alive. That was back when we were planning originally.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Harry said, keep one that knew what was going on as well.
Melania, will know a bit. I'm going to use the force to crush, not to crush her, but to like. I'm going to also make it. I'm going to make it so the pressure is going to build to the point where she just goes unconscious under the pressure.
Yeah. Cool.
From the gravity field around her, pretty much.
And that is what happens as you reach down with this stone fist, not even really able to see what you're doing, but very gently, knowing that she's pretty hurt, as you crush down, keeping in mind the damage that she's already taken. You hear this, and then silence. And as you step up and around and look, you can see Melania has fallen forwards, her unconscious form lying hand fallen out. Inside, still in the grasp of this stone hand, but no longer moving. Still breathing, but no longer moving.
Oh, perfect. Well, that's
I'm going to take you out of initiative.
Should we quickly tie him up, guys? Should we tie these before the?
I think that is a very good idea. Niles, can you please tie up our friend in the corridor? And Lyra, could you have the other two maybe tie themselves up? Or allow us to tie them up?
I've got some rope here, and she just sort of
there's no way we're going to tie each other up. Don't be ridiculous.
But it's a fun game.
Oh, it does sound like a fun game. Could you make a persuasion check for me, please, Lyra? You have advantage. That'll be a sleight of hand check, Niles, to tie them up. 3.
Can I?
You have advantage.
Can I also gag her as well?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh,
9.
I'm going to come into the corridor with you, Niles. Being a spellcaster, I'm going to start searching through her possessions and taking anything away that could help her, spellcasting focus.
Spell focus, yeah.
Because I'm a wizard, I'll be very aware of the things that she would use. So I'm going to basically take all of her spellcasting components or focuses.
Sorry, we look like
Sorry.
That's great. That rope. So
do you want to make an investigation check?
But these two, I don't know what's going on with these two.
So as Lyra tries to persuade them with a 3 and then a 9, 9 is the one they go, no. I mean, look, it does sound kind of fun, but you can't just tie us out. Don't be ridiculous. As I look at you, Niles, sleight of hand 25. You just reach down and quickly tie Melania's hands together, gag her. Krasus, do you want to make an investigation check to see if you can find any spellcasting items? Harry, your sleight of hand natural 1 was to tie up the first Earth Guard.
Oh no.
The second one, because I assume the first one ties up the second one, and then I tie up the second one.
No, that hasn't happened. So what's happened is they're not tying each other up. As you go up with your natural 1 to try and tie them up, you just like wrap the cord around, and then they look down and go, snap. As they pull their hands apart, and the rope just breaks off, and they look down and go, what the fuck do you think you're doing, mate? We shouldn't, this bunny can't do this. And one of them reaches forwards and grabs you by the throat and begins lifting you up off the ground.
Oh no.
Harry is trying to stomp his foot, but he can't because he's above the ground.
Please don't do that.
Jump.
What was that? Sorry? Is they still holding like... what was that?
Put him down, please. See, he
tried to tie us up, though.
Play the fun game. But it's the fun game.
But if there's no consent, there's no game. Like, that's obvious. As they slowly lower down.
Speaking of consent, do you guys have like prisoners and stuff tied up in down here?
Yeah, loads. Yeah. Oh, loads.
Where are they? Did they consent?
They're off to the north.
Yes, so say.
Before we go too much further with this, it is 9:30. I think what we'll do is we'll come back in next session to see how this goes. Krasus, did you want to roll an investigation check really quickly?
Yeah, so I just want to ask, is it okay if I get my Sober Familiar to do
to help?
action?
Yeah, that's fine. Yep, absolutely.
Perfect. That's all I was going to wait for.
Because we'll come back in next session and deal with this. 17, 20. 20 is the investigation check. Yeah, sure enough, around her neck is a really beautiful looking sapphire Krasus that is inlaid with this almost like etched in writing that's been filled with electrum. It looks incredibly arcane. Wow. As you take that, you can say a sapphire focus off her.
Cool. We'll definitely do that.
That is where we're going to wrap up for tonight. But we will be back again next week to see how the fallout of this has gone, and to see how long this charm effect lasts as well.
And we all level up.
Nope.
No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Thank you so
You're
much.
gonna long rest.
Nope. Well, you might do that. I don't know. That's up to you guys. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. It's been wonderful having you all here. We will be back again next week with more Return of the Giants. Until then, stay safe, stay well, and we will see you all again really, really soon. Have a lovely evening, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
See ya.